It's the night, a right time for laughter. We have the guys to fill a custard, even though one is a jar of mustard. Thank God it's Tuesday. We take a look at comedians, and Charles used to be one. We have a lot to say about comedy. Can you believe Gray is a jar of mustard? And then there's Lapsed. What does he do? And why is he here? Thank God it's Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's right. One day we will find out why is here. But for now, welcome to TGIT. I am Gray Poupée, a joke junkie and a comedy super fan, if you will. But I am more than that. I'm a punchline protector. And Tuesday is the day that people, some people may rest, but for us, it's our day to worship comedy. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, and stay faithful every Tuesday, because Tuesday is now the best day for comedy. The man in the box to my right is Charles, YouTube at Willis Greedia. As far as comedy is concerned, Charles is a battle-hardened bit builder, back and testing the tides of comedy. How's it going, Charles?
Can you get any more alliteration in there, please?
I'm trying, man. I needed one more B word, but
Bit builder from Boston.
I was like, I could have gone Battleborn, I suppose. Yeah. How's it going, sir?
It's going. Thank you to those of you who wish me a happy birthday. We're halfway between myself and Lapsed's birthdays.
Oh,
and
birthday boy in there. So many bees.
Oh, yeah. Even two more words with bees. I think it's getting bad that when I watch the intro that like I am very much a part of, I'm trying to figure out like Rick and Morty completely separate episodes, which we could just focus on. Like I want the mustard argument in the kitchen. I want that to be a 25-minute episode where it's just explaining what that argument was about.
Oh, I can't wait until we do expand upon the lore. I'm really looking forward to that. But the man who helps us expand upon the lore, he is the final pillar in our trio. As always, it is Lapsed, YouTube at The Lapsed Comic Fan. Lapsed is a laugh-loving, open mic marinated man without fear unless it's leg day. How's it going, Lapsed?
I skip leg day, Gray. I skip it all the time.
No.
That's why they keep breaking. They're not strong anymore. But I am doing great. How are you, sir?
I couldn't be better, man. It's Tuesday. It is the day.
Or as you would say,
yeah.
Some may say it's the greatest day.
Well, I mean, I have heard that it is now the best day for comedy. But, the word's getting around. But,
indeed.
Yeah. I guess this week we happen to be letting you in on our comedy preferences as we explain our personal Mount Rushmore of stand-up. We're in week 2 of preseason for the road to TGIT's March Hackness 2026. And we're also going to take a look at some recent bucket polls on this Kiltony show that we've just now heard of. So I think I've got some confusion here because you had a very awesome name that I enjoyed for it before. And then you had another name that I kind of like now. Are we calling this? Which way are we calling this?
There are alternates. Oops, all bucket pulls or 5 minutes alone because it's 5 1-minute segments. I realize we're all kind of fans of Pantera.
Pantera, though.
Yeah. Whatever you would like to use, I'll acknowledge that it works. Yeah.
What up, Doc?
I don't have the answer to that.
I like that we could get like some off-brand 5 minutes alone, and then have like
some dad band.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Why didn't Sean, your comment didn't pop up on the StreamYard? That's weird.
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
Stand-up comedian's lesson in life after watching King of Staten Island. Don't let Bill Burr sleep with your mom. I'd let him. I'd
I
love him.
mean, yeah.
It's weird. We
Depends
didn't see it on this side.
It
Sean.
just depends on if he wants to be my new dad or not. You know, like that's quite you know, a big thing for me.
Well, I do appreciate the look maxing that you did for all of us on the thumbnail there. It
Well,
is pretty
I
awesome.
didn't know we looked like Adonis.
No, we don't look realistic. Is the most polite way of putting it.
Hey,
I mean-
you only see as on me as a flannel. I look very realistic. That is my face.
Oh, sure.
Well, I appreciate it, but yeah, it's not exactly real. But hey, whatever. We're dealing in the world of heightened reality anyway. So, damn it, Doc is saying false advertising.
Mm.
The story of my life.
Mm.
I am false advertising. You never get what you pay for with me.
That's not true, man.
It's a giant letdown. It's a letdown farm. See?
Well,
Go on, Gray. Be your
speaking of
blindfolded self.
letdown, should we go ahead and move into Charles's favorite time, which is either 5 minutes alone or oops, all bucket polls, and see the disappointment on his face, where you can tell that he just wanted better for them.
So last time we had a golden ticket winner, and the premise was for you guys to guess which one. This time, I've included the book award portion. So I need whoever has the control to pause it right after they're done and try to guess if they had no book, a small book, medium book, or a large book. And for those of you who don't know, Kill Tony, they have this like grading system where if they give you a small joke book, you did kind of crappy. If you get a medium joke book, kind of okay. A large joke book means you fucking nailed it. And no joke book either means you're reprehensible or yeah, it's a grown man.
Here's the thing though. When you get as rich as I am, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
And how dare you? Those are not toys. They are statues. They are the next level.
I don't care what they are.
But so we do understand with the whole Kill Tony thing, like a lot of the time the book is not awarded just off of that 1 minute, but that's what Charles is definitely focusing on the most.
Yes. So I'm trying to get you guys to see things from my perspective, because like the interview portion, perhaps, you know, arrogantly so, I'm not interested in it because I would fuck it up myself. So, you know, just grading this as a stand-up show, maybe you'll start seeing things from my perspective when you try to put your own rewards on the things if you're only watching the stand-up.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Okay, well, let's get right into it then.
So, Gray, have you watched these? Or are you playing along? Okay,
I'm going in completely blind.
No
on
book,
this
small
one.
book,
So,
medium book, large book. Remember that.
Okay, books.
Gentlemen, your first bucket pull of the night is Sancho Pancho Villa with an uninterrupted minute.
Hey, who's that? You know this guy?
No.
What's going on? Hell yeah. So even though I'm 5'1", I am into taller women. And so that can be hard. So I got these shoes that make me 5'3". Don't believe me, we'll call this mic stand 5'3". And now we're at 5'1". But even with the shoes, like tall women are still hard to hit on. Like I was hit on this one super tall girl. She was like 5'5". And she looks down at me and she's like, "Boy, you're so short, you would have to go up on me in the bedroom." I'm like, that's a weird way to ask if I keep a stepladder in my trunk. I'm like, "Girl, what do you think I'm wearing this shirt for? Like, I'm trying to eat my way to your heart." You know what I'm saying? But on the same
He's wearing
note,
that shirt?
I hate tall dudes who use the short urinal in the men's restroom. Because, like, now I'm over here having a tippy toe, fucking putting my chimichanga on the over the rim. Like, how am I going to explain to a girl that I got crabs from a men's restroom? Like, it doesn't work like that. Hey, I'm Sancho Pancho Villa. Thank you. That's my time.
Yeah. So there's a lot of I don't know what you want to call it, like street jokes, that whole like, okay, you're short, so instead of going down, you go up on a lady. Um, I mean, he brought the stepladder into it. I guess that's kind of building on it, but
It needs work still, though. Like
yeah.
it's weird. When referencing a taller woman, he could just say women. Any woman is a taller woman.
Yeah.
Like there's a decent enough premise, although it's not really that fresh. Laps, you look like you're
No.
suffering. What are your thoughts?
I mean, he definitely was trying. He was definitely trying. That's
Mhm.
you got to give him the old E for effort. What was it
Yeah.
funny? Not really. No.
I'd agree with
There
that.
were jokes though, but I mean, compared to a lot of people that come on this and are, it's just horrible. It's just fucking terrible. At least at least he had some sort of jokes. But I agree with Renato. It lacks a conclusion.
Well, Charles, as a I don't know, what would you call it, seasoned pro, I don't know, man. What would you have to say on this? It just seems so half constructed. I mean, like there is the whole bit where he's wearing lifts. I mean, it does take away 2 inches. Okay, but I don't know. It
needs
doesn't
work.
seem like there's anything special with
It's
that.
it's not abysmal, but it needs work.
No, but it's kind of like a prop joke, but at the same time, it's not exactly like he has a punchline to the bit. It's just, here you go. I'm shorter without these.
Yeah.
There has to be something there.
Yeah, it just needs more time in the oven, is what I would say.
You think so? I think I would be abandoning all of this bit. Like, there's got to be something there about shortness, but I don't see anything worth like trying to save or put back in the oven with this one.
Yeah, you said this guy was on before, right? So this is his second time, or at least his second time on this show.
Yeah, I know I've seen him at least one other time.
So I really hope everything about his stand-up presence isn't I'm short, because wouldn't you call that hacky?
Yeah. Yes, I definitely would. And then thinking about it, not only did he bring the shoes, but he also brought the shirt, and the shirt's half of the joke. I don't know, man. Yeah, I can't see anything but like a small joke book unless he kills it in the interview. But I don't remember him being particularly.
Well, we're not factoring in the interview, and that's part of
agreed. If it's based just off of this, I would definitely go small book.
Lapsed.
Small.
Okay, there is the option for no book.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean,
they'll probably give him a
I
small
think I'd
book.
go small.
Okay.
What about? Well, I guess Charles.
I know. So
fair
go
enough.
on.
It was small jokes.
Wow.
Small man.
Well,
small
today
book.
you're getting a medium one.
Let's go.
How dare
Sancho
he?
Pancho Villa,
It's not
everybody.
medium
There he
material.
goes. Absolutely. Your next bucket pull goes by the name of Mario Zapata.
Oh my.
I mean, I guess I don't hate that he got a medium, but that does not seem like it's
Yeah,
medium
well,
worthy to me. I hope he killed the interview.
like Lapsed said, to continue the theme, give him a small book, because his material was all small shit. So
I mean, that is funnier than most of that dude's
well,
actual set.
any of them would have to be funny. So that's also something that they struggle with.
yeah, there's still a lot that I'm trying to figure out with
That's
this
terrible.
show, and people just trying to, like pick up where they left off. Like it was very clearly this guy's like, anyway, so where was I? Dude,
Oh,
you're still
no.
watching.
Oh my god, no! We're not.
The only
cringe.
thing more cringe would be watching this and cringing,
no.
and then feeling like you need to comment about the cringe.
Yeah, I like it. His name is Mr. Creased. 6,000.
There were
I mean-
5,000 other ones.
I
fair
like
enough.
the guy. I think he's speaking his mind. Let him speak his mind. He's doing
Either way.
doing what he wants to. I have no problem with it.
Hi, everyone. Mario Zapata.
How we doing, Mothership? Hell yeah! A lot of crazy stuff going on in Minneapolis. Why is everybody mad at all these sommeliers? Kind of they whine a lot, but that's cool. Whatever. Don Lemon recently got arrested. That shit's crazy. Just goes to show you, when life gives you lemons, get legal aid. I don't know what he did, but whatever. All right, buckle in, guys. What is the difference between a Jewish person and an undercover cop? You may never know you were talking to a cop. Thank you. All right, guys. I think the reason the word retarded is such an offensive word is because so many people are. You can see it everywhere. I saw a school that said, get your MS in business. And I'm like, who wants to run a board meeting with multiple sclerosis? Can you imagine?
I mean, I don't.
Imagine
mind-
Sorry.
I don't
thought
think
he was done. I think he's got like one more tag to this. I apologize. The cat had
How
already
dare
gone.
you? His big closer, and you're stepping all over it.
Yeah, dude.
In
I
front
mean,
of everybody going, this company is built on a solid foundation.
There you go.
Clearly, that
mean,
was my fault.
that's-
Yeah, my
That's how it
my
goes.
bad. I mean, he had two wordplay jokes at the beginning. I didn't think those were horrible, but they got nothing from the crowd. Then he went kind of topical. I guess the second wordplay one, the lemon legal aid.
Dude, he's like a cartoon of what I would, hi. He's a cartoon of what I would call an Austin comic. He had to bring up the hard R. No books, Nightmares and Nerdscapes. All right.
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm one of the dudes that's like, I don't find the word offensive personally, like, but I understand that people do. Like, I get it. I'm just
Yeah.
like one of those people that are like,
Sure.
who are these people that are finding it offensive?
Sure.
Because it's not the people that it's supposedly describing.
Right. You want to be special about it. You don't want to follow up a Jew joke with a
No.
retard joke. And
Correct.
that's exactly what he did.
No, correct. I get exactly why you said it that way. Like I totally understand why you said it that way because it makes sense. So
Yeah, it's just
that
I'm
one's a
I'm,
street
I'm
joke,
going to be
too.
edgy.
Like, he is making it edgy because it's Jew, but it's the same thing about, like, you've heard it with vegans or like CrossFitters. It's that same thing, the same punchline. You would never know. Like, it's the difference between it sucks. It feels like they're all pretty lazy and nothing's kind of original. I
Right.
liked the wordplay. Don Lemon legal aid kind of sounds like lemonade. That being said, not a joke there. It just kind of
No.
sounds like it could be.
no, it was just advice.
It's cute.
Renato says, I don't know if because I'm from another country, but I didn't get most of the jokes. I'm from
There
his
weren't
country
many
and I
jokes.
didn't get most of the jokes. So it was just bad. Like Nightmares and Nerdscape says, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
For sure. I don't
Especially,
remember the
like-
first wordplay bit, but that seemed to be my favorite part of this entire set, and I forgot it now.
Especially when you're laughing. At your
Sommelier
own- yeah. why is
that's
everybody-
right.
Instead of
Yeah.
Somali pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. And then he had a little tag to it, like they're always whining. He could still be thinking of sommeliers, but
Ugh.
Right.
yeah,
Like,
from
look-
there it's swiftly downhill for me.
But do you know like how we always talk about with these bucket pulls and like the know your audience type shit? Like, is that the
Yeah.
line you come out with to this crowd? Because the only one who I think would know what a sommelier is fucking Tony Hinchcliffe.
I was
That's a
gonna
very
say
good point.
Tony knows his sommelier humor.
for
I'm sure
100%.
he's into it.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it just, yeah, I don't know, man. It didn't obviously. We do this for fun because most of this is awful and we know it's awful. But I don't know, man. I would have to. They gave that guy a medium joke book, so I don't know, but. Okay, I mean, okay. Well, I just figured Nightmare and Nerdscape says, to be fair, it's alcohol related laugh, so it feels like the right crowd. I'm just saying the word sommelier. Usually you look at that as like in a fancy restaurant, not someone that just drinks, because I've worked in restaurants like I worked in a Michelin star accredited restaurant. Now I was a dishwasher because my brother-in-law was a chef, but like they had
But you were a
sommelier.
Michelin dishwasher, man.
I will say
Nobody washed dishes like
Michelin
you guys.
washer.
More like a mishwasher.
So
Ah.
it felt like right. That's what he said. Says there's a big difference between Cabernet and Coors Light, though, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Is that the highbrow crowd that's like, oh, imagine the sommelier.
But speaking of know your audience, who's going to enjoy a retard joke and a sommelier joke in the same set? Like it does feel like you're kind of going for two different audiences. I don't know.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like he went for that, but he also did the other stuff that he does that, it's like, oh, I'm drowning. Oh, wait, I'm going to say retard. They like that word.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm very open to that interpretation.
If you were to ask me to point to a cartoon version of a 1 minute set, I would say this, if only in the material, this represents what I feel like someone, hey, I know jokes about Jews and retards. Let me go up and do this in the Kill Tony crowd. And I think the Kill Tony, I don't know, show gets a bad rap for stuff like this because people aren't understanding what really is going on with the show as much as I don't really understand. I don't think it's fair to just be like, yeah, I'll just do my edgiest material in my 1 minute.
Well, I know we're not focusing on it. This is the Pantera session, just 5 minutes alone. But maybe there's a way that, like, you don't really prepare for this, but you prepare for the interview. It seems like a few kind of characters have done that, and it worked to their success. But
Greg,
yeah, I got a
if you want to
feeling
do an interview section, that's one thing. But this is 5 minutes alone. Oops, all buckets. We're judging the comedy, sir.
We're doing the Pantera thing. I hear you. Maybe he spent time on the interview, but I highly doubt it if this is what he prepared for that minute. I can't see anything above like a small one. As the crowd was saying, I could see 0 book on this, but I think it's the beginning of the show. He's probably still feeling a bit generous. There's a bit of wordplay. I'd go small book.
Lapsed?
Small book.
Okay, before you push play, I don't have it in the video.
Golden ticket winner.
No, guess how long he's been doing comedy.
Oh, it's got to be something like 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah, if you're asking, I'm guessing it's over a decade at this point. If you're going 15, 20, I'll go 11 years. 11 sounds like a good number.
I think technically it's 12. He says 6 doing comedy, 6 doing music comedy.
So my first guess was right, 12 years.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Wow. Yeah, this doesn't feel like somebody who's been in it that long. Like you think those wordplay jokes would kind of be, you think you would have them worked out because they're not quite jokes. I guess the sommelier thing, it kind of worked for me.
To be fair,
it got
to
no
him,
chuckle from the crowd, and I don't think you guys enjoyed it nearly as much.
To be fair to him, how do you prep a 1 minute set? Like
you don't.
You don't.
I mean, you get 3 jokes that work.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
All right, you guys guessed Smalls.
Let's see. Did he kill it in the interview? Does he get a big one?
All right, Mario
Thank you.
Zapatas. Yeah, it was good, Mario. You know what? I'll give you a big joke, Buck. There you go. Did you get one last time?
No.
Okay, there you go. It goes by the name of Robert.
So we have proof that this show has nothing to do with the material. This show has absolutely nothing to do with joke telling or being a comedian. It's how well and how stupid your messed up life is.
Thus,
that is what it is.
You understand my confusion with this show.
Yeah. I have been lazy. I still need to grab the ones where their minute kills and then they just fuck up the interview. And you would think that they would do so much better on this just because, that 1 minute it killed. But yeah,
you can have a counter to this section. You can have the.
I will. It will
guess
be
how good their stand-up is. I'm fine with that.
But yeah, man, he must have killed it in that interview because he said good job. We heard that same 1 minute set.
I think they
nobody was saying good job to that.
I think they started a song number and Dr. Phil got involved, and it kind of got saved by Dr. Phil, if I do say so. But
Was he like, your jokes ain't good? You gotta do better jokes. Just like,
he keeps plugging his
I
book.
gotta say, Adam Ray kind of kills it as Dr. Phil. I think he's retiring him. I think he's doing like 2 more performances or something like that, and then he's not doing it anymore. But he's better than you'd think. If you haven't watched a full one of him,
no, I've seen him. I've seen his
Okay.
Dr. Phil.
Next.
but yeah, it's along that same line, and then we'll be right back.
Hey,
But yeah, good times. Okay,
what's up, fourth
hey.
Jordan? How you doing?
Robert Carroll. Here we go. Robert Carroll. Okay. This looks like a new face. Make some noise for Robert Carroll, everybody.
Doesn't seem to fit in.
Fucking A, kill Tony. Wonderful. So, I'm on shrooms. I got to lead with that. Sorry. What are the odds? This is my second time I sign up. There's no way they're fucking picking me. I'm shrooming pretty hard. So, give me a little benefit, okay? So I get stuck here for the ice. I'm staying in a goddamn hotel. Very nice hotel. But, you know, how many times can a 60-year-old man jerk off in one afternoon? 38. The answer's 38. 69 would have been funnier, but it's really 38. So the mushrooms thing, anybody do psilocybin? But goddamn, it's bright. Oh, yeah, anybody shrooming tonight? Whoop, whoop. Well, I am. Well, that was a bad idea. It's going to turn out fine, I'm sure. So I talked to all these young people, and I'm like, psilocybin's legal now. And they're like, oh, that's so cute. Are you microdosing? And I'm like, no, I don't know. What the fuck is a microdose? Is 7 grams a microdose? Go, yes. I guess I'm microdosing. Anyway, I'm Robert Carroll. Thank y'all.
You gotta love a guy who 50 seconds in says it's gonna turn out just fine. I've kept.
Sorry. I didn't want to cut anything off, so I'm sorry, man. I was too jumpy on the pause. Sorry, Lapsed, it looked like you were reaching in, then I had to talk about my weird pause skills.
I'm very surprised about 38 times jerking off in a hotel in one day. That's quite the achievement.
Is that technically the joke he told? Because other than that,
was the
I don't
only
think there's
joke.
one.
I mean, I guess it's calling a 7-gram dose a micro dose.
Oh,
is
yeah. All right.
technically what he thinks is funny.
Yeah.
If he is actually on shrooms, I guess I can get
Oh,
that.
I would totally believe he's on shrooms. He had no idea what he was talking about. And he has one of those big jewels on his freaking neck. Like, that dude ate so many mushrooms and showed up here. That's what happened.
Yeah. I mean, he is wearing
that's true. That is true. He's trying to play into the old Rogan crowd. It's so played out. I would agree with you. If he's not on mushrooms, I 100% agree with you, because that was like Rogan. That's all they talked about for like 4 years was shrooms. That was it.
Well,
Yeah, they brought up microdosing a bunch as well.
Well, yes, but I'm saying like the shrooms thing. So
Yeah.
So stand-up comedy.
says, don't try this at home, kids.
Right.
No, definitely not. If you're kids, then don't.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
if you're me, then yes.
I got no issue with the shrooms, and I've actually heard quite a few funny shroom jokes. I just don't know that there was any there. I don't know. Maybe you could try and go like, I don't know. Even then, it doesn't seem to make sense. There is kind of the classic hero dose. Maybe there's something you could go from microdose to hero dose and have some sort of punchline there. But man, I just don't understand what's supposed to be funny of like, no, I took a decent amount of shrooms, not a microdose.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he's on mushrooms. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, thank God we're experiencing that then, huh?
Yes.
Pretty fucking
Yeah.
selfish to do mushrooms and then try to do a stand-up set.
Well, he has confidence, though. He's sure it's probably going to turn out okay.
Well, he's
So,
not
I
going to be
mean,
affected by his absolute failure because he's the one who's high off his ass, and we get to listen to someone who's covered in turquoise. Nightmares in those
You're
kitchens.
right.
oh, that's
You're-
awesome.
Happy.
Come on, guys.
You're right.
Uh,
You're right.
All
So
right,
I'm
that
definitely
hanging
hanging
out
out
with
with
works.
some fun guys
Fun
tonight.
guys
I'm on
tonight.
shrooms, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a dad joke, but man, there's a punchline to that.
It's still a
unlike
joke,
anything
right?
he said. Yeah. I'd have to go small book, but I've seen people who are messed up do pretty decent interviews. If it's off the set alone, I'd say small book. I don't think he's
Mhm.
even given out a small book yet.
I have to go medium book or
Medium
it just-
off of that?
no, not off.
There's not
that,
even
because
two
that's not-
jokes,
that's
man. He
not
just
even-
like
that's
talks shit
not
on
even-
microdosing.
But that's not even what happens. I have to think. What did he say in the interview?
My work here is done.
Like, is this the show makes no sense?
Okay,
Mhm.
well, there is zero shot that he's getting a big joke book. So, Nightmares and Nerdscape saying no book. I'm saying small book. Lapses go medium.
I'm
I think
saying
we got
all
the gamut
the
covered. The
books.
only way we lose is if he gets every book and a large book.
Well,
Okay.
Drum roll.
Let's see how this turns out.
You up here way too long.
Well, thank you for putting up with me. Goddamn, it snuck in and you didn't torture me. The crowd was great. I am gonna do
Wait,
something.
Yeah. Write a set. Write jokes sometime, and then you'll be back on, and then we'll know something about you.
Small book.
That was small, not tiny, right? Because he has another one that's like the size of a chiclet that every once in a while he kind of gives out as a joke. But
No, small. It was small.
micro book, because
Wait,
that would make
that's the
sense. You know, he's got the micro dosing thing. Why not go micro book? But fair enough. I think deserved. It didn't seem like his interview went too long. Like they
Hate all of this. By the way, I hate this.
Mhm.
you hate book talk.
Mhm.
It's okay,
no,
man.
It's not, no, not that. I like the segment. It's just like it's just so randomly stupid.
And again, this is just getting you into my mind. Anytime Gray's like, "What do you think?" and I'm like, "Fuck you." That's what I think.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, fair enough. That kind of makes sense. Okay, next poll.
Make some noise for your next bucket pool, everybody. It's Tariq Morales. Okay.
Nice. He looks funny.
Hell yeah. You guys remember when driving a Tesla made you a Nazi? I miss those days. I like being called a different type of N-word. Which is ironic. I'm from Idaho. That place is full of N-words. I had to go out and buy myself a Tesla Model Third Reich. That's what I drive now. See, this joke is only fun and silly if you can remember that the N-word means Nazi, right? So anyway, I see this group of filthy fucking N-words coming down the sidewalk. And they were headed right towards me because I was screaming out, "N-word lives don't matter." Yeah, I hate black people. But not as much as I hate those blonde-haired, blue-eyed N-words. Thank you. Yeah, that was the whole...
Okay, 50 seconds from
There you go.
Tariq.
Yeah. Well, he gave up on it too. When he walked out, it felt like he had some confidence. I thought like, okay, this dude seems comfortable when he grabbed the mic. I thought, okay, this is going to be funny. Unlike the feeling that I got from the last guy who came out, where it was just, this guy doesn't seem like he's in the right spot right here. But I don't know. It felt like he was going to be. And yeah, man. It's weird because it feels super dated, his material, yet it can't be from that long. Like, there's no way that he's been doing it that long. But does this hit where he's coming from? Or
I don't know. This is me. I have not performed since before COVID. I don't know if topical fucking Tesla jokes, Nazi stuff, like would that work today? Like
would any set work where you're like, hey, you guys remember a few years ago when this happened? Anyway, let's get into, like, I don't know. I don't feel like that's the best way to start your minute. And then
Right.
in the middle of it, he's like, well, this works better if you remember what the N-word means. It's kind of strange, man. I don't know. It felt like he was giving exposition for his comedy, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
I guess I would ideally want it in the setup.
Lapsed.
Lapsed. Your brand
I
of
mean-
comedy here.
No, but at least there were jokes. I mean,
Yeah.
they weren't good. There was jokes. I mean, he could do something with it,
Yeah.
you know, but eh, I don't know,
Wait.
man. Off the material, like I thought he was the only person with material.
Right. He paused long, and it makes me feel like it's strong somewhere that he's done it. I feel like
That's
he's
what I
done
was
it material
wondering, too.
before, and it's gotten a strong laugh, which is, man, I need to work out in that club because Jesus.
Or he
Seems like
paused
that was what he
'cause
was waiting
didn't really
for.
know what he was doing. There's that.
That's possible too. I don't know if you would know how to time that.
For a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's like the fourth drawer says he paused a little bit too long in between his jokes. And then Renato says it's like he's waiting to see the aftermath of each joke. It's like move on, keep going, because you have a minute. So you can't really do like your setup, wait for the, you had if you're there for that specific reason of telling the jokes, then yes. But I feel like if you tell like one or two decent jokes and then you get into the interview, like like if you have like a terrible set, you can obviously save yourself in the interview. But if you
Right.
do both,
Mhm.
then I feel like that's just, that's unheard of.
His
But
timing could be absolutely upside down too. Like I've discussed this before, where you go on stage thinking you have 15 minutes, and then you're out of material after a minute. He could have
Mhm.
realized, oh shit, I'm close to the end, and I still have like 30 seconds left. So there's a chance that he, I don't know, underappreciated his material and needed to pause and buy himself time. What's up, Justin?
how you doing,
What up,
Justin?
Justin? I think that's exactly what happened. I feel like we could probably go back and watch it again. I feel like he sped up on those last couple. Like he did have those pauses in between, and I think he was waiting for some sort of reaction. And then when it didn't get it, it felt like he just kept speeding up. And then he brought in that line like, this usually works, but you got to keep in mind that this, it's weird with that explanation thing. But even with that explanation, 50 seconds where he's like, okay, I'm done. It's a strange thing. They pointed out in chat too that he came in pretty confident, but man, by the end of this, he did not look like he had any confidence whatsoever.
Dude,
I'm assuming this dude isn't like a 10-year veteran. I'm assuming it's
I don't remember. I
earlier.
know it might have been like 3 or 4 years. I don't remember which one's which at this point. But you could expect a room this packed to react the same way that you've had responses, and then once you realize, oh, this isn't going the same way, it kind of rattles you.
And the other thing too is again, kind of know your audience, like we were saying before, but I know Elon's specifically been there quite a few times, and they've had Kyle Dunnigan also play Elon. It is kind of an interesting thing to go after this kind of, I don't know, when was that? A few years ago when they were kind of going after Tesla and saying like, well, I guess it would have been less than a year. I guess everything just happens way too fast now. Anyway, it still doesn't feel topical, and like he has to remind the audience again, this thing happened before. Keep that in mind when I tell you this. Not the best way to go into a joke. There has to be a way to kind of make you aware of it with the setup. But
it's like you're playing the Austin crowd both ways. Like, I'm gonna say N-word, but remember, I don't mean the N-word you're thinking of. It's like
Hellhound makes a very good observation, because that's where I've heard this stuff. He said his crap's been said by every TikToker, YouTuber. Like I've heard the whole Nazi, or sorry, whatever you should call it. I don't even know if you say that on YouTube, but Yahtzee,
you could say Nazi.
Okay, I didn't know if I could.
it's the other N word you're not supposed to say.
You can't say.
What's the Tesla joke? I've heard that many times before on TikTok. I've heard it quite a few times.
Yeah, I have heard the model Third Reich, and I have
Yeah.
also heard the N-word substitution thing. It doesn't feel like
Yes.
there's a lot kind of new with this, but I don't know. It seems like he had kind of a spin on it. Just yeah, it definitely needs time and testing in different rooms.
Right.
Because
Even
if that was working, clearly it didn't here.
even if you do say you're doing that material, it's still like you have to have it put in a way that it's funny. It's like it's kind of like, you know, the guys that could just kind of stand there and they're just like, okay, so by the way, you remember this and then this and then that, you know, and you're just like, oh, okay. You're just telling me things now. You're not like making it funny. And it's, I don't know if that type of disposition is good for those type of jokes.
Yeah.
It seemed like maybe more over the top personality would be that type of thing. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The confidence is what blows me away with every night. At least 3 or 4 people, they go up there with stuff that
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that represent me at my best. That's all I'll say.
But they might be the different kind of writers. They might be the ones who try to what is it that George R. R. Martin calls it, like the farmer instead of the plotter? You never know. Maybe they think they can farm it on stage, but that's not the stage to farm it on. Sorry, Nightmares and Nervescapes. Hans Kim could have killed with those jokes. I think so. Hans Kim is deeply likable. What can I say?
Book
Have you
size,
seen
gentlemen.
his?
Book size.
I don't think they can snub him on a book. He tried. He at least had some jokes, even if they didn't hit.
Big book.
I'm going small book, but it's gonna be work out some more, write some jokes, come back.
Dictionary sized book.
Phone book.
How could he get a giant one, man? 50 seconds, and then he's like, "I'm done." I can't see big joke book on that.
I'm
unless
just
he
saying
kills it. All right, I'm going small.
The variables are broken. That's all my point is.
Mhm.
Absolutely incredible. What size joke book did you get last time you were on? You got a big one. All right. Well, there you go then. Tariq Morales, everybody.
No book.
Damn it.
Your next
No book.
Should have gone with my no book. I was like, he seems like he's writing stuff. Like, but the fact that wasn't his first time up there, it
Alarming,
sounded
isn't it?
like very green. It kind of sounds like first drafts of a lot of things. So
Dude,
I did not think he had been on before and won a big joke book. That makes
the
no
fact
sense
that
to me.
there's people who are doing this less than 5 years and they're going up there more than once and they're doing brand new material is just insane. Just insane. Do your best minute. What the fuck are you trying to be topical for? You're not fucking the Big Red Machine. You're not getting a weekly spot. Show yourself at your best, you motherfucker. What are you doing?
That is a good point.
Have you guys heard about the thing that happened in Dallas on Thursday? Anyway, that's yesterday's
haven't.
news.
What
Kittens,
happened?
Thank you.
We're all waiting, Charles. Yeah, I'm just surprised that he got a big joke book on that first one. But yeah, that makes sense. No book on this. I can definitely support that. It didn't feel like it was worth it. He didn't make the whole time. What up, Stiff Kittens?
Happy birthday.
No, don't you dare. Too late. Too late for all that
to
noise. Thank you.
Final poll, I think.
This is the last one. Yep.
bucket poll is a one-word name. Anything can happen.
Ooh.
Make some noise for Tasia, everybody. Tasia.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I just slept with my first white woman.
Congrats.
Hey, I'm glad you proud, nigga, because my girl was pissed. For real, bro, it's bad, nigga, this is bad. I had never been with a white woman before, but I come fast, nigga. I bust quick. Some people say premature. I like to say right on time. Nigga. But now, as soon as I put it in, I bust, like, instantly, nigga. I was like, my bad, I'm sorry, oh my God. She said, no, Jerome, it's okay. I said, that's not my name. But I like the energy, though. It's real supportive, bro. It's very supportive. This white woman, though, she changed my life, bro. She fucked me up, nigga. She fucked me so good, I drink IPAs now. I'm for real. My homie hit me up. He was like, you trying to go to the club? I was like, nah, you want to go to the brewery? We play cornhole and listen to Shania Twain. Nigga, Now, but look, before we started having sex, she stopped me. She said, "What are your kinks? What are your kinks?" I don't have any kinks, though. She said she had a praise kink, which is like words of affirmation, good girl, shit like that. That's not me, nigga. I don't think I did it right. I was like, "Ooh, you the GOAT." All right, that's my time, man. My name is Time.
Tasia. Great.
Pause it.
That is definitely the best set that we saw on this thing. I mean, it's a little hacky. I feel like I've heard the Shania Twain thing quite a few different times. That being said, man, it made me chuckle a few different times. I wasn't expecting the quick turn of the my girl didn't appreciate it.
Congratulations for someone who is visibly asleep on stage to continue doing stand up there.
I thought you were talking about me.
Very,
fair enough.
very
I was going to say
high.
I can bring up the energy, man. Yeah,
Not you.
No, but I
was
kind of dig his presence though. I think I'd give him a big book, man. For me, hell yeah. I think we actually saw some comedy now. I'm guessing this guy has been doing it for a few years.
I agree with Renato. Not a high bar, but he was the best one by far.
I
He was
agree.
the best one, and he
Book,
got a lot
yeah.
of it out very quickly. He got
Yeah,
it
he
out
seemed
really
comfortable
quick.
in that minute
So-
too.
So he knew that people were gonna laugh. So like he gave a tiny bit of in between jokes, but he had a whole bunch of material.
Wow. Nightmares and Nerdscapes. Being a little stingy with the book, saying small book on that one. Fair enough. You got to understand the book is relative. If the bucket pulls have been shit, you got to motivate them somehow. But
Well,
I don't
we're
know.
supposed
You got
to be
two
only
chuckles
doing
out of
this
me.
only off of the material. So that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So off
Fair
of the
enough.
material compared to everybody else, big book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we're
Yeah.
But the trick of the show is the books don't get rewarded on
Correct.
the material; they get
That-
rewarded on this weird shit.
Right. That's the whole, and that's where it came from. Because
Mhm.
I remember when we first started watching this with you and you were just confused as all hell. So and I understand that. So off of the material, big book. Off of the possible interview, who knows? He might have offended white people. Who fucking knows? Dr.
Yeah,
Phil looks satisfied.
Mm.
I think he enjoyed himself. It again is kind of going into that close to familiar territory where it kind of feels like you've heard these jokes before, but it's a little bit of a twist on it, man.
Good one.
A decent sized book. I would give him a big book.
Okay.
This show's out of control. Did you get a big joke book last time?
No.
Well, you're getting one tonight, Ty J. There you go, buddy.
Hey!
Fair enough.
There it is.
I don't hate it. Okay, fair enough. I didn't keep score on this. I feel like I got 2 of them correct.
I got
there were
1.
5, right? That's not good odds. That's like 20% and 40%. I think the audience did better. I think Nightmares and Nerdscapes called it out a couple times at least. I don't know, man. How did you do? Would you have awarded the books accordingly, or would you have gone harsher, Charles?
Oh, it's not fair to ask me because I technically saw them twice, but I'm still kind of.
Did they get
Yeah,
better?
I've got Tweety birds around my head after like experiencing like wait, what? No book, large book, small book. I don't know. I feel like of the 5 we selected, the person who received a large book deserved it. At least the guy at the end had the strongest material. He seemed most comfortable with his stuff. But other than that, there's some things going on there where this book giving grading system, it hurts. It hurts my brain.
They do have some different symbols on them and stuff. Hopefully he got one that suits him. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I feel a couple of different ways about it because also at the end of the shows he just kind of throws the books into the audience, which it's awesome, I guess, if you're there in the audience, you got a souvenir, but it kind of
Mhm.
lessens those big books. I don't know. I guess I'd
Yeah.
like them to be real trophies, but it feels like, you just do something clever, you dance a little bit in the actual interview, and you can get that big book. I don't know. It would be kind of nice if it was based off of your stand up, but fair enough. They're looking for a show, a performance, not necessarily just that 1 minute.
Yeah. Justin says a lot of this Austin stuff is too braggy. I feel like you would eat shit if you did that at a New York comedy club. I don't understand what that means. Like, you saying if there was a show, like there is an element to this show that is very. It's a bunch of different things, and I think that's what my issue with it is. It's not a strictly stand up comedy show, and it's hard for me to like wrap my head around. Oh, they're having conversations and having this performative thing with characters, and that is it is very wrestling. The rewards and all of this other shit isn't really relevant. It's more just entertaining. So
Mm.
I don't know how you can compare it to New York because
Well, I think saying like if he told those jokes there, it just wouldn't get over at all.
it's too much about being hype, not funny or silly though. Yeah, there's an odd thing in Austin comedy that isn't self-deprecating. It's kind of this new wave thing where it's like, yeah, I'm a badass. Like okay, that's funny. Like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Weird. I somehow opened a random window and everything went strange for a while. I'm back. So I realized that I had a blueprint and I completely skipped over something. There's a little something that we normally do to scientifically.
Kind of.
Yeah,
I was
I
wishing
don't
you
know
skipped over that on purpose.
I did not. I think there might be a theme that you recognize, but again, we had requests to know a little bit more about our preferences, and you guys seemed a little guarded. So I thought there has to be a better way to truly know your preferences.
I just love how you word these things as if it's like the truth.
What are you talking about? It's scientific, man. It's the only way.
Guarded.
A little bit.
Like when someone
that was the
describes me,
feedback
they're
that I
like-
got.
They're
Is
like, hey man, he doesn't like to tell you what he thinks. That's
you seem to be playing it a little close to your vest, is all. That's the word on the street. But say lapsed.
yes.
I'm going to ask you to blindly rank 1 through 5 without knowing what's coming next. Just rank which comedian is your favorite.
Okay.
Okay. Jim Gaffigan.
4?
4. Okay. Any particular reason you're going 4 with Gaffigan?
Just because I don't know what's next, so it's always safe to play it in the middle numbers. Leave
All right.
yourself a little bit.
Okay. Jim Florentine.
I don't know who the hell that is. Oh, that's
Wow.
I know who that is.
You don't know Special
Yeah.
Ed?
Yeah,
It's
I
Jim
know
Florentine,
that.
man.
Yeah.
He's from That Metal Show.
Yeah, 5.
5. Okay. Jim Brewer.
Oh, brother.
God damn it. 3.
3. All right. Jim Jeffries.
Shit.
Oh, I figured it out.
2.
Jim
2.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey?
Jim Norton. He is your number 1 pick. I stand by that. His material has gotten sharper as of yet. His last special, I agree with you. It was pretty damn good. Okay, Lapsed. I respect your decision. So, yeah, you're going
Well, I mean, it was
Florentine
all-
Gaffigan.
It was all
Science.
true. It's all
Science.
scientific, Gray.
It is scientific, and your answers, predictably, could not have been any other way. Thank you, sir. I really do appreciate that.
Do you hate me for some reason?
I don't, man. I just, what can I say? I have an idea of how you're going to answer this, so thank you. This does help us with future statistics. Say, Charles.
Say.
Sir,
Yes.
would you want to blindly rank 1 through 5 without knowing what's coming next?
Now, may I ask a
favorite
question
comedian?
before he goes? Are these?
Oh,
gonna be all-
sure.
Are these going to be all Clarences? Since I got the gems?
No.
Third time's a clearance.
Come on. Yeah, you know the thing. There's only 3 clearances. No, I wouldn't do anything ridiculous like that. Of course, it's not going to be all gyms or whatever. Say, Charles, rank your favorite comedians without knowing what's coming next. Tim Meadows.
Fuck. How many Tims are there? 4.
4. Okay. Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson. Fuck. 3.
3. Okay. Tim Heidecker.
2.
2. Huh. Tim Dillon.
Oh. 5.
5. Okay. Well, that means your number 1 comedian is, of course, Tim Allen. Yeah, it's the Tool Man. Tim Taylor. You know, the guy who taught us all not to sell Coke to undercover cops. Okay, Charles. That seems pretty scientific. So your answers came from a place of honesty. I appreciate that. Thank you,
Look
sir.
how he's all nice to Charles.
I don't know what you're talking about. There was no setup there. Everything was scientific. It's the only way we could get.
We have our best
double
men on.
blind.
Who are best men?
We had 2 blind rankings. That's a double blind study right there. Good times.
Tims and Jims.
The Tims and Jims edition.
Jam.
Yeah, you know, good times. So I think that works as kind of a bit of a palate cleanser. But should we get into
now we get to the real science,
the main course, the meat of the episode, if you will?
Flat Earth shit. None of this fucking science stuff.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. There's no setup. It's just science. You'll see. They're going to try and answer who their goats are now, but it's going to be a little guarded. You'll see. It won't be as free flowing as those.
I'm throwing curveballs because I'd like to talk about things that aren't normal or the same old 3 or 4 answers over and over again.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
You've got interesting answers?
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, fair enough. Lap, sir, would you want to go first? Who belongs on your Mount Rushmore?
Introduce the segment, sir. What is this we're doing here?
Welcome to the
we
Mount
are-
Rushmore segment.
Well, we were trying to think, should there be like a podium or something? But there is one thing that's more iconic. It is Mount Rushmore. So you've got the 4 faces. Who would you carve into that mountain of comedy? Who is your Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians?
For me, one of the faces would be Patrice O'Neill.
Ooh.
The first time I saw Patrice O'Neill, to be honest, I don't know if I laughed that hard in my life. I can't. It might have been like on Premium Blend or something. It was something. I've told you guys that my sister used to record stuff. It was one of those nights, and I was just dying. Like everything he said made me laugh, and I couldn't even like catch my breath before the next joke ended. And he just did it so perfectly. Like there was no like, it just didn't seem like there was any like bullshit in his act. You know, like it was like it just came from a place of like honesty in his jokes, and they were well written, well timed, well executed, and
Fearless.
Yes, that too. Yes, he didn't care. Like even if it was something he never did, he wasn't afraid of testing it out. And when he would do it, he acted like it was going to kill every time, so it did. And that's one of the things that I thought was. Yeah,
I've seen him do shit he was just testing it out, and he had the absolute confidence, and it was just mesmerizing. That it's like stuff that he just would abandon after a couple of weeks, and it's like, God damn, that was quite strong, and he's just giving it up. It's wild.
Well, and you can still find YouTube videos of him just kind of going off on the crowd for not getting what he's doing. And man, it's not quite up there with the Philly rant, but man, he was opinionated and he was so confident with what he was doing. What he was able to do with Elephant in the Room is just amazing. I wish he would have gotten that out so much. I wish he would have had more time after that, because man, he would have just been catapulted to bigger and better things. I forget whose roast it was. He kind of got in on last second. He killed it there. I just, man, I respect your choice on this. I can't think what he would have been had he just made it to like the podcasting era, because he was already doing Black Phillip, and that was amazing. Kind of coming in and out of that O&A thing, and he has that legendary, what Radiohead's Creep means to white people. Man, I could only imagine what he'd be doing if he was able to just do it in the most comfortable location, not have to go into Sirius XM or whatever. Man, I wish we had more Patrice, man. I get it. I respect your decision. Charles, sir, who would you have on your Mount Rushmore?
The most predictable, boring one I can probably think of, and it's George Carlin, because I have a pulse and I know what comedy is. he had multiple segues in his career, multiple phases of his career. He was like a typical hokey TV comedian in the fucking 50s, 60s, 70s, and then kind of transitioned into that like hippie stoner guy for the 70s, and eventually became the guy that, I think, in my opinion, Carlin was his strongest in the 80s and 90s, where he would just like sever like long segments and take you on these journeys where, sure, I think if you're watching a Carlin set, especially in probably the 90s more than the 80s, you weren't getting laughs per minute with him, but man, you were experiencing some magnificent writing, and he was just flawless at it. I think in the 2000s, maybe he got a little bitter. Like his wife passed, but still, not great. George Carlin is still better than anything I'll do on my best day.
I'm gonna have to fight you on that. I've come back around on the 2000 stuff, the late 90s stuff.
I might need to rewatch
man,
it.
it is great, Carlin. He is a little bit more bitter, but man, it is sharp as hell. Like, there are still jokes in there, but yes, the bitterness is there.
I would say Carlin was also one of the guys that, if you have any of the old box sets that they sell of the Tonight Show, he was one of the guys that you got to see come up and literally come from, like Charles, you were saying, from like pulp type comic to stoner type comic to angry man type comic to, like, you got to see everything. Because I think he'd been on there like 26, 27, something. It was something a lot. And I know it was one of the things, I think he was one of, now I could be wrong in this. I can't remember if it was him or somebody else, but there was one person that he, when Johnny would go away and he would have like the guest people who would host the show, like Carlin was not one of them, but I think now I could be wrong, because I remember hearing this, but I think he wanted to do it, but he never got a chance to do it, just because like he didn't know like if he could do it for a whole week or however long he was gone. But yeah, man, like another one of those guys that it's like those shows, those nighttime shows were huge. They were huge. Johnny could make or break a young comedian at that time.
Yeah.
And, Carlin would have made it regardless because of his material was so strong. But the fact that he had that type of material and Carson still let him on, and he would still do clean jokes as risque as he could,
dude,
but for that audience,
the fact that he did squeaky clean material for the 60s and 70s and then pivoted and said, fuck it, I'm going to do this, stoner shit. Like, that is such a gamble. And it ended up working anyway.
To the ponytail, man.
Right.
Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I love all the phases of him, though. Man, Carlin needs more respect. Even some of his books, like, it's weird that he had weird titles, like When Will
Brain
Jesus Bring the
Droppings?
Pork Chops? But or brain droppings. But man, I dig his work.
See, when people compare Seinfeld to him, I think it's not very fair to Carlin
What's the
because
deal with the comparison?
yeah, it's observational humor, like at its most simple. But
It's
like,
yeah, it's not the same.
no, it isn't because
It's
Carlin
not the same.
did like a 20. This is like early 80s now. Carlin did a thing about stuff. Your house is a place where you keep stuff, and he would break it down to, you go on vacation and you bring a smaller box for your stuff. Like it was so like simple, but it was just so fucking effective that it was just there weren't laugh lines every single time, but like the more you'd think about it, the more like, wow, he fucking nailed what stuff is for us. And I don't know, it's not something that you laugh at right away, but it kind of sticks with you. Doggy bag humor.
No. Yep.
Then I found
Carlin's
$20.
I heard
amazing,
it called that, but but I like it. I like it a lot, man. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Both of those names definitely crossed my. They're basically runners up. I have a list of like 6 people that I wanted on there. Neither of those made it to my Mount Rushmore. This might be my most controversial one. and
Oh,
I might
God
be the
damn
only
it.
one
That's
going
we
this
need
route, but,
that needs to be its own
Jackie
sound.
Brown.
Controversial.
Damn it.
Controversial.
What can I say? This person means so much to me. Yeah, so I'm going Stephen Wright, and hear me out on this. I know he's not everyone's most enthusiastic stand-up, but that's just the thing. He rewired how jokes kind of worked. Before him, stand-up leaned hard on energy, likability, and rhythm, and Wright just kind of showed up and didn't do any of that. He moved the momentum entirely, and he crushed it. It really shouldn't work, but instead of becoming and conforming to what comedy wanted, he instead just stayed true to himself and was just quiet and deadpan and made you lean in and listen to what he's doing. So it would be lazy to say that what he's doing is just one-liners. His jokes are philosophical grenades. They kind of bend logic and sabotage language, expose how absurd reality really is.
But I don't think that's a
To me-
controversial pick, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's
I
a
think it
good
is. I think most people are
He's
going to
a
go
great
Hedberg or something
comedian.
like that. So Hedberg or Dimitri Martin, they don't exist without Wright.
Gray's
Neither does a
really trying to
huge chunk.
lubricate the banister here.
Listen, the banister is lubed.
And thank
But,
God it's made out of wood.
I mean, a huge chunk of deadpan, surreal, minimalist stand-up owes everything to Stephen Wright, and that longevity is there. He hasn't changed in the best possible way. So for me, it isn't about loud yelling or anything like that. It's about the quietest you can fucking get on stage and just kill, and that to me is what Stephen Wright does. So for me, I'm going Stephen Wright as my first one.
Nice. Laps,
right.
who's your next one?
Laps, sir.
My next comedian is Dave Chappelle. Chappelle's on my list. I love Dave Chappelle, man. Everything that he's done up to the last one that he did, which I still find funny. I still find very funny. But man, like when he would put out stuff, even like when he went over to Netflix, it was almost like an event. Like it was like people were, you know me, I'm a very hermity person. I would hear people talking about it. You know, my brother would call me, "Did you watch the new Chappelle? Did you watch it yet? Did you watch it?" You know, and it's just like the dude is a master storyteller and also a master wordsmith. He is very good at smithing the words together to call back. He might be one of the best callback comedians of this era. He's very good at it. Whether you like the callback or not, like I said, in his last one, I didn't really care about it. But there are other ones where it's like, God damn, dude, you had me so not thinking about that thing that you set it up with, that I was so engrossed in what you were talking about that I forgot what the setup was. And then you fucked me over and you got me. He's one of the only guys that I'm like, damn, you got me again. God damn it. You know, and I watch him and I pay very close attention to what he says. You know, and that's very rare, especially nowadays, where you're just looking for like, you know, joke after joke after joke after joke. I actually sit down and really listen to what he says. And a couple of his SNL monologues, you know, like in 2016, I thought that was like a very important one. I thought
Mhm.
that you know, because there's a lot of times where it's like everybody has felt slighted, you know, and he didn't debase it down to a color. He talked about us as people, you know, and I think that's huge, especially in the way that the world is today. You know, he didn't just debase everybody. It was like, hey, we're all in this together at this point in time. Let's be real. And I thought those were really important. But yeah, Dave Chappelle to me is just fucking phenomenal.
I think as society, I don't know how this came up or why it was the case, but comedy fans felt like we got ripped off with Eddie Murphy because he was fantastic and then
So
stopped.
good.
And then we kind of sort of had that for a little bit when Dave Chappelle walked away. And it was kind of like, oh no, here it is again. Even though Chappelle was around a little bit longer than Eddie Murphy was, he didn't get to the heights that Eddie Murphy did. And when he came back, he kind of like fulfilled that.
Well, right.
that-
Remember
I don't know.
whenever he would show up at clubs with no advertising, he would just talk for 4 hours.
Yeah.
There was that video of him just sitting on the freaking stage, like smoking his Newports and joints and fucking just riffing for 4 hours. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, you would hear from other comedians that he would just show up to like the Comedy Store
Yeah,
or
it was
wherever
like
and just then talk.
It was like an IOU for
Right.
for whatever we felt ripped off of with you know, Eddie Murphy not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, Charles, sir.
And hold on before
Okay.
this before we go on, he says, you know, Nightmare Nerdscape says, I would say Rickles deserves spot. There's too many narrowed down. That's the great part of what we're doing here. Nobody, you know, it's just a personal opinion. I know you guys know that, but that's the type of conversation that I personally like seeing in the chat, because now you guys are bringing up tons of people, and it's like, you're right. Like there's so many other styles of comedians that I might have even looked over, you know, like Rickles, man. You watch Rickles on the fucking Johnny Carson show, and it's fucking hilarious. That dude was so good. And it's like, yeah, a lot of these people deserve spots, you know? So yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to
I
interrupt.
don't think I've seen a name come up yet that I'm like, that doesn't deserve to be there.
Right.
Woody, I have laughed so much at Woody Allen stuff, but I don't think he would have been on my list. But I respect the decision. But yeah, almost everybody else, they're probably on my runners-up list. But Charles Patterson, who is your second, sir?
No, not him just yet. It's been brought up a couple of times already, but Bill Burr is another one. The fact that he's only in his 50s, we talked about Carlin really hitting his stride in his 60s, and Burr feels like for the last decade plus, he's been like this generation's answer to George Carlin, like just having the zeitgeist and being able to speak to so many different things. The fact that he pisses off the opposite political parties every half year really says that he's saying stuff that really is true, and you know, he's being fair about it. And I think another 10 years of him, he might be, you know, in the 2030s, he might be what Carlin was in the 90s. And man, I'm like really fired up for that. But he's for the last 20 years or so, he's been the next best thing since it seems like Carlin died and Bill Burr just kind of said, okay, I'll take it from here.
Yeah,
I
Bill Burr,
completely agree with you.
one of the best outrage comics, period. Just when he gets angry and going, he's one of those dudes that doesn't lose thought while he's angry. He just gets better and better.
Yeah.
And you notice whenever he chokes up the microphone to where it's almost literally just wire and flapping, that's when you know he's hitting it. Because he's just like, you know, the fucking fuck you and fuck this bitch over here and that. You know, yeah, I love that shit, man.
I might
Burr's
put him on
phenomenal.
exclusively for his reaming out the city of Philadelphia for a
Philadelphia,
15-minute set.
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
that
That
alone.
carves his spot alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being a true Bostonian, like, because he's like every Boston like documentary that I watch, whether it be Celtics or Red Sox, there he is.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's great, dude. Just that's so good.
Yeah.
So
what
good.
was he was on the ESPN thing about the 86 Mets.
Yeah, and he
And
was
he's like-
on he was
Yeah.
it was that Boston We Believe thing, and they talked about the 86 Mets,
Mhm.
and he was also on the what was it, the 3 nights in August or whatever that's the 3-parter one about the 86 Mets. It happened in
Oh, yeah. It happened in 1986 or something like that. Yeah.
something
Yeah.
it was called something like that. He's on there too.
He has
Yeah.
a segment about like
Fantastic.
game 6 where he's like, pull him, get
Yeah, he's
him
like,
out of there.
He's got no knees, and you leave him in because you owe it to him. How about win the game?
Yeah. My favorite shit is Northeast comedians doing sports material.
Oh, so good, especially when it's the Mets.
Yeah. My favorite.
We've lived that for too long, Charles. Good God.
They're just funny on their own. We don't need help. Thank you.
That's very true. Management in itself is a 3-ring circus.
Mm,
Ugh.
well, still have 86. Only
we do.
40 years now. 40 years today.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Blink of an
Ray.
eye. Yeah. So I'm kind of wondering if I should change my order of things, but
Why?
no, I'm
I
going
mean,
to
it's
press
just
on.
Mount Rushmore. There's no like,
That's
number
right.
1,
I mean,
right?
who cares which order they are up there?
Right.
Well, I do, and I'm going to stay consistent and true to my list.
George
so,
Washington's the best.
I mean, I cannot tell a lie. So yeah, I also went with one of your 2 choices, and I think, quite frankly, if this guy isn't on your Mount Rushmore, then your criteria is kind of broken. So yeah, I also chose Dave Chappelle as my second. There's plenty of comedians that can murder for an hour. There's very few that cause culture to actually stop, argue, and then split in real time. When Chappelle drops a special, suddenly stand-up isn't just entertainment. It's like a referendum. News panels, think pieces, comedians subtweeting. It's power and its impact. And man, it is so much different than the average special that's out there. And
Great.
yeah, maybe everyone's not perfect.
Are you auditioning for your own I Love the 90s segment? What is with these scripts?
I'm trying to, man. There is
speak
impact
from the
here.
heart.
I'm telling you, man. So it's kind of like the storytelling that Pryor was doing, but man, it's kind of got this Carlin bit into it. To me, he's kind of the hybrid in a weird way that,
I would agree with
man,
that.
I absolutely love me some Chappelle. But yeah, he gets that same criticism that almost every great comedian gets at some point, that he's not even telling jokes anymore. That complaint essentially followed everyone who mattered. They said it about Carlin. They said it about Pryor. They said it right before history proves them wrong. And I want you to go back and look at some of those late Carlin ones, man. I'm telling you, they killed it. And that was during that same era where they're saying, he's just not telling jokes anymore. They're doing the same thing to Chappelle, but man, as Laps kind of pointed out with the callbacks, the wraparounds, man, there is thought going into the way that he's presenting this set, and people are still talking about it. There were a lot of famous comedians that released specials last year. I don't know a whole bunch of them that had videos made about them that like now they've turned into a TED Talk or whatever. But man, I saw like 20 different ones on Chappelle. He's still relevant. Every time he drops something, man, people are talking about it. And it seems like it's not necessarily applause per minute, but man, he is out there pressure testing his ideas in public all the time. And he's putting his name on it. And he's putting his name on the line for it. It just, to me, a lot of people are editing and apologizing, but Chappelle, he's not, man. He's just going full into it. He's doubling down, and then he'll bring it into his next special. And yeah, for me, he's required on the mountain.
I think talking about
he is number 2.
These comedians, it reminds me that we need some sort of restoration process, the way that they have the Criterion Club for for
Oh yeah.
keeping films, restoring them, and doing things like that. Like I have a George Carlin set that is like I don't know if the Carlin estate has the negatives, but I would love for them to go back and clean that shit up and put out 4Ks or something. But man, it would be really great for whatever argument you can make for classic films and things. I would really argue that comedy, comedy specials from 50 years ago, maybe even more, 60, 70, restore those and to get all of the prior stuff, all of the Carlin stuff, all like anything prior to the 21st century. I think it's important. And it would be
Yeah.
nice to see if, I don't know who would be in charge of that, but to like restore and preserve all of these old specials would be really kind of, I don't know, interesting.
It would be
I
amazing.
think.
Like nowadays, you can find a lot of it very low quality on YouTube, but
Right.
man, which is awesome that it's accessible. But yeah, I would kill for a decent copy of a lot of that stuff.
Dude, it kills watching a George Carlin DVD on a 4K TV, and it's just doesn't look great, which kind of sucks. I don't even know if they would have. I'm sure those are all HBO. I don't even know if they have the negatives for those, but that's why stuff like Eddie Murphy, when he did Raw and Delirious, those were filmed on film, so you could restore those.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason to shoot things on film, but I don't know.
I had a question for you. So it's a bit of a tangent here, but it involves Eddie Murphy's specials. So I saw a list of the 100 best comedy movies of all time, and they included Eddie Murphy's specials on there. They were released in theater. Do you
Yep.
count those as comedy movies as
No.
opposed to specials?
No, they're stand-up specials.
Okay,
Yeah, because I mean,
that's where I
it's
categorize them, but just checking.
it's still like, I mean, it was released in theaters, but was it like closed circuit theaters? Like, because that's the same thing.
I
That's what
have
they-
no idea.
They did
I-
no, it's just what it was called. I mean, like I saw WrestleMania in a theater. It was called closed circuit TV.
Yeah,
But
oh yeah. I do
it was
remember that.
it was just at my local theater.
it's just a testament to how much of a draw he is. Like prior,
Right.
his specials live on the Sunset Strip, that was made into a film, into
Yeah,
theaters.
that was
So-
also on that same list. I figured if you answered positively, it would be for both. of
I
them.
don't think they're movies, but they're definitely as
Yeah.
Nightmares and Nerdscape. They were wide releases, so I
Right.
mean, yeah, that's why I think you could just go out there, like Charles was saying, restore these things. That would be phenomenal, man.
Fucking A, man.
Like the Universal Monster Movies collection and stuff. Like the era of comedians. Put out like a 50
be
box. Be
Nice.
great. Be
Yeah.
That'd be
fantastic.
awesome.
I would buy
Why
it
aren't the
instantly.
well? Why aren't the like HBO? Why don't they release like a 4K box? set?
Because you can
Edition.
4K. Well, first of all, they don't want you owning things anymore. That's the
Fair
first
enough.
short answer.
But there's
Um,
extra money there. But fair enough.
That
subscribe
and
to Max.
HBO could have put them out and broadcast it, but who knows what the rights are after so many years?
Yeah.
Who knows who owns what?
I know the Carlin estate. If you want to watch Carlin stuff,
Mhm.
George Carlin's YouTube page, you can watch his old.
You can watch his stuff on there.
specials. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
it all depends. Well, like I said, whoever has the licensing to stuff like that. But
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
we're halfway there. We've made
We
it
are.
up the mountain. We're just coming down the other side.
Mhm.
Lap, sir. Who's your number 3?
You mean my number 2?
no, you're already
Didn't you
did
give us
two.
2? You gave us Patrice and
Yeah,
Chappelle.
I gave Patrice and Chappelle. Yeah.
Yeah,
So is there 5
Who's number
faces
3?
on there?
no, 4.
There's
4
4.
faces. Yeah.
Your third one is now.
No, my fourth was Patrice O'Neill. My third was Dave Chappelle.
Oh, okay. We're
I-
going in reverse order. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
Second,
Oh,
then.
okay.
The third
okay.
name you're giving
sorry,
us. Yes.
sorry. What's the third? Oh,
The
it's
third
George
name
Carlin.
you've listed.
George Carlin. Sorry, I'm
choice.
sorry.
Who's
I
on
told
first?
you I'm not smart. Okay, I am not smart here. It's George.
Well, Nightmares and Nerdscapes got it way sooner than us. So Charles and I are also not smart. Apparently, Nightmare definitely got it.
Yeah, it's that to me everybody's equal on here. Like it's
Right. They're all
but
chiseled in stone.
yeah, George Carlin for me, it was him and another name that I'll be talking about very shortly were not the first comedians I saw. The first comedian I saw was Richard Jenny. And yeah, it was Richard Jenny, and it was on Comic Strip Live. And after the show, at the end of the show, if you've watched that show, they would talk about the host guy with the curly hair. I can't remember his name, but he would talk about upcoming shows and where people were going to be, and then they would have like all the names on.
Wasn't it Lenny Clark?
It might have been. It could be. I'd have to look. I only remember his face. I don't remember the name.
I think it's Lenny Clark during his cocaine era.
It could
Oh,
be.
good era.
But and I remember hearing about George Carlin on there, and there's a guy that I had gotten tapes for a comedian that I'm going to talk about, but I also asked him about George Carlin. He was like, "Oh yes, of course." And I had got a couple of George Carlin things, because that's another thing too. They would put out major records for these guys, and it was like branded things, and you could go to your record store and pick up a record of them. And that was always something that was really neat, because when you get CDs or tapes, it's just the fold out book. But with a record, it's like you open it up, you see them on stage, and it's like there's all this, I don't know, it was a much more warm feeling listening to it on a record than it was a CD or an MP3 or something like that. And George Carlin was the first time me and my brother both listened to something, and we were just dying laughing downstairs when we weren't supposed to be listening to it, because that was during the militant church days. So he would hide stuff, and like I got a lot of the stuff from him as well. And we took the headphones and we break them up, and we'd each hold one up and like listen. And George Carlin, the 7 Dirty Words was great. That was just funny, because I mean, I still young, so like hearing those words just that made me laugh just in general. Like an adult saying all of those things together, like, was just hilarious to me. But then as he got older and more crotchety, it was like I related a lot more to the stuff he was saying, especially when it came to like politics and government. I always thought was a very strong point for him.
Yeah, but even that 7 words bit, man, even that's political in a great way.
Yes, it is.
While it is dirty, it hooked me for the filth, but man, I like the idea behind it. I totally support both of you putting Carlin there.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Charles, sir, what would be your number 2 or number 3, depending on how you're looking at it?
Yeah, I played this quirky because I knew certain names were going to come up, so I kind of went different directions just to have different people to talk about, and different personal reasons, just to give people some flowers. Next on my list is Robert Schimmel, and I think perhaps the best version of a misdirect comedian. And the fucking guy, there's a lot to be said for people that there's a saying that people who go through trauma and drama make the best comedy. And Robert Schimmel is like the walking, talking sponsor of that. Survived cancer twice, I think, and then ended up succumbing to a car accident, which is so wild. But he managed to make material about some very, very serious shit, and it was very head on and funny. A lot of his material, like in the 90s, people were talking about him as he was exclusively like a sex comedian, and I guess that's fair. But man, when he jokes about him going through cancer and all of the things that were going on with his doctor visits, him using, your understanding of humor and then taking you someplace completely different. I don't know of a comedian that did it better than him. And he was really, I don't know. When I think of certain things that I'd like to do, I'm always thinking of the way he crafted material. And I don't know. I would hope to be as good as Robert Schimmel on my best day.
Dude, on some of his worst days, man, again, you mentioned it, but like he went through a rather lengthy cancer treatment. I didn't know that he was kind of more of a sex comedian before that, but man, that cancer material hits hard, and
Right.
it hit in a different way, knowing that like he's literally going through cancer treatment, and man, yeah, then to hear him kind of coming through on the other side of that, and then just again tragedy striking. Yeah, it sucks. I wish people kind of knew his name a little bit more. Schimmel was hilarious.
Mm. Gray.
Yeah. All right. So mine might not be as okay. So my number 3 is Charles's number 2. So I got Bill Burr on there, and I get it if people aren't necessarily into Burr, but man, for me, what he's able to do, you've got lots of angry comedians out there. You got lots of comedians that kind of yell, but there's something different that he's doing with his anger. He's self-aware about that anger, and then he's still brutally funny without turning it into like some sort of cartoon villain or moral lecturer. Instead, he's doing something that I don't see others do. So most comedians, they're either kind of punching up or punching down, but Burr punches himself first, then he punches everybody else, and then circles back, admits he might be wrong, and then finishes the joke. It's structure, and it's an amazing way of structuring his material. I haven't seen another comedian kind of do that. While a lot of people are saying, like there's other angry comedians, there's other guys that just yell. That's not all that he's doing. And man, that Philly rant alone chiseled him a spot on my Mount Rushmore. Just, it's not a viral clip. It's a masterclass in control. He wins that crowd, not by pandering to them, not apologizing, but by going deeper, by doubling down, by like just leaning harder into the truth and his timing. And man, I go back to that Philly rant way too many times. But to see so many comedians just kind of eat it right before him, they were giving Dom Herrera such shit.
Dude.
Nobody gives Dom Herrera that much shit.
The fact, there's so many reasons that you can talk about that set, because it's a 15-minute set that he bails on his prepared material like within 2 minutes, and he has them booing. Like there's just consistent booing, but somewhere in the middle towards the end, he wins them over. Like that is like legendary status shit that he's doing there. First of all, to drive through material where he's getting booed at. Secondly, to do that and then win them over while making
not
fun
just
of
that
them.
audience. Like,
Oh, sure.
it takes what he is able to do is take any audience that disagrees with him, drag them, and then step by step into basically admitting that, like, all right, damn it, he's got a point.
Right.
Just man, he's able to do. Any comedian is kind of able to preach to their choir. He performs hostile conversions. Man, I love me some Burr. He is modernizing observational comedy without turning it soft. And yeah,
Hostile
I just
conversions? Is that what the Catholic Church does?
yeah, I was kind of hearkening to that a little bit, but man, I think that's what I'd have to call what Burr is doing. He's going into hostile territory and winning him over. And man, I don't see any sort of gimmick with what he's doing. He just seems to have this longevity. Man, I think what he's doing isn't like chasing headlines. It's talking about human behavior. And that's what a lot of his specials are all about. And I don't think that stuff ages.
No.
I'm saying you know what I'm trying to say. I think it ages very well. I don't think people update their behavior. He's talking about very human traits that are kind of evergreen. It's not just chasing these headlines. It's not talking about here's what's going on in the news today.
Plus,
Man, I absolutely dig it.
when someone like him brings up material that you're afraid, like he brought something, this is like 25 years ago now, where he talked about he felt weird around his friends' kids. It's material that I've certainly recognized and felt something towards, but never like had some sort of understanding of how to put it into words, where he talks about, kids here, look, my hands are nowhere near my crotch. I'm not aroused. And it's just a funny thing that like, oh yeah, you're weird if you enjoy playing with kids. And there's something to it that's like, oh yeah, I didn't realize that that's one of the reasons I feel weird around other people's kids. And he actually went to the place that I never really thought to put into words, but there it is. Yes. And that was decades ago.
Yeah, and it still holds up. I went back, I think it was last year, and I went through all of his specials again. And man, I dig it. I think they're going to hold up. Burr for me is
why you
definitely one
can't
of my
hit
goats.
women like that. Dude, his older stuff is really, really strong.
Yeah.
Like really strong.
Even the new stuff. I dig Drop Dead Years. It was definitely towards the top of my list on specials I watched last year. Hey, what up,
Hey.
Warren?
Hey,
Hey,
Warren.
Warren, how you doing?
You
Well-
catching up with all your Crystal Lake lore, Warren? I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance.
He's got multiple things to prepare. He's got Crystal Lake lore and the People versus Warren.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, dude.
The
not
running
only that,
actor
but
himself.
Them's arms flailing about.
well, not only that, but then he's got his real business going. Awesome stream where he just received his comics the other day. Last
Woo.
night.
Actual
so
things to be concerned with.
That's right, physical media. That's awesome, man. Thanks for taking some time to come in here with us, Warren. Laps, sir.
Yes.
We're at it. We are at the final one. Who is your number one pick? Who rounds out your Fantastic Four?
Bill Hicks. It's the guy, it's the comedian that kind of changed everything for me, the way I looked at things. Like just his religious stuff spoke to me just because what I was stuck in, and it felt like there was an out, like someone else in the world got what I was going through. And then just getting into his whole library later on in life was just amazing. And watching Dangerous and Revelations is just always, I can watch those at any point in time. Even Goat Boy, even that, like it's fine. It's I don't know. Just and everything he talks about it's stuck in time for me because it's the stuff that I grew up from. Like his Vanilla Ice stuff and his MC Hammer dance, just anything, and his talking about porn is just phenomenal.
Isn't it so depressing that he talks about real musicians wouldn't do commercials, and that is not the case anymore? Like, oh.
Yeah, but you got Madonna hawking Diet Cokes. This Debbie Gibson bit, dude. Like I've used anytime like something stupid is very popular. It's like you didn't know that much babysitting money was going around. I've used that so many times. It's just hilarious.
Troy is trying to make this harder than it already is.
I don't think he is. I dig that request.
Yeah.
I could give my top 4 albums. It's all going to be Harmful if Swallowed. We're all big Dan Cook fans here.
And like,
He's a good guy.
I would have liked to have seen, he just got a pilot and then died. I would have liked to have seen what that even would have been. Because like you watch him and it's like, can you like really like with the stuff that you do?
Yeah, I don't know if that would have worked. It like without experiencing it, it's hard to say.
It's hard to say what it would have been or what, and after watching his documentary, it's all, the Ride documentary, it's just fantastic, man. Just great stuff. And so his observations were very, very different. Like I just, and his expressions very he's like, I have a little fact for you when he lights a cigarette, he's like, non-smokers die every day. And he's like, I just love that shit, man. It's just way too funny. Just way like this, the way he describes everything when he quit smoking. And he said that every cigarette that he saw looked like it was rolled by Jesus and moistened shut with Claudia Schiffer's pussy. Like, that's fucking phenomenal. Like, that's,
yeah.
Yeah, the
He's
crucifix.
got so many amazing bits.
Yeah, I'm not going back. They're not getting it.
Crucifix bit. That's the JFK shotgun or the JFK
It-
gun
it
bit, right?
goes-
That's the
they-
same
They
thing.
go into they go into the same thing where he's talking about. You think Jesus is gonna want to come back if everybody's wearing crucifixes, and he does the whole, they're not fucking getting it, Dad. I'm not going back. And who hasn't used "Oh my me"? Come on, man. That's fantastic. That's what God would say, you know. But yeah, that's the comedian that's influenced my life the most, for sure.
Great choices, Retro Ryan D. Hell yeah. Great choice as well, Lapsed. Yeah, Hicks is definitely on my short list. I wanted him on there, but a couple just kind of edged him out. Charles, sir. You went Schimmel
That's
with
right.
number
That's right.
3 or number
Sorry.
2.
It is. You were right, because it is. Stiff Kitten brought it up. You're right, because it is during the thing, because it said it's like Jackie Onassis wearing a
Yeah.
rifle pin.
Thinking of Jack.
Yeah, he's like thinking of you, and then he's like back into
Yeah.
the left,
Distasteful.
back into the left. The anti-Castro pigeons. They were saying coo. Coo. So
Yeah.
or he says, he's talking about England. He's like, you don't have crime here. You don't have crime like we have crime. Like someone knocked over a dustbin in Shaftesbury. Use the telly and call the police. That's good. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm going just for the sake of bringing certain things up for conversation's sake. My fourth pick is Eddie Izzard, someone who suffers from certain mental disorders that I do as well. He has a bit of a I forgot the word for it, where you mix words up, so he can't write his material. He needs to write on stage. Or excuse me, I don't know if Eddie Izzard goes by they now. But Eddie Izzard, of course, had a monster set that the first time their material premiered in the US, it was Dressed to Kill, which premiered on HBO. At that time called himself a executive transvestite. And the material transcended anything that anyone would call woke by today's standards. It was just someone who is dressed like a girl doing like a fucking 2-hour set on history. And it was like really solid material. And the fact that they cannot write dyslexia, I think that's the thing that I'm thinking of. It's this. See, I can even say it now. Dyslexia. He suffers from something where he can't write material. He can't read a script, so it needs to be just memorized and worked through. And if you experience Eddie Izzard on multiple stops of the same tour, you'll get different versions of the same set. And that, I think, as an entertainer, I'm more impressed by that. That it's not a strict script. It's just kind of ballparking what you want to get around to, and Eddie's timing is really funky. It's a very uneven show, but they're not unaware of that and capitalize on that. And one of the few comedians in the last 20 years or so where if you watch their material, you'll probably learn something on the back end from something like you recognize the humor, but you're still learning in that process. Susie Izzard now, I think Susie Izzard still goes by Eddie on stage. Yeah, so Susie, also known as Eddie Izzard, but as far as the stage presence is concerned, still goes by Eddie, doesn't mind E. So, yeah, I think they're full-on transgender now, but I would recommend if you would like something that you can call progressive to your friends, watch Dressed to Kill, and keep in mind that that was extremely progressive for 1998, 1999 or whatever. And by today's standards, it's considered dated. I would recommend people as something of a gateway drug to give some of this stuff a shot, because just because it's someone you don't understand what they look like, funny is funny.
Oh yeah,
it-
funny's funny. Mhm.
Right,
Doesn't matter who's saying it.
right.
That's a subject that we could actually talk about at some point. You know,
Yeah, the greatest female comedian is Eddie Izzard.
the non the non you know, not politics in the way of like, you know, White House and all that stuff, but the politics of comedy.
Yeah.
You know, and there's probably people that won't even watch that, and it's like you're doing yourself a disservice. You know, doing yourself a disservice not to watch that, because
Right.
your mind can't wrap around something that someone else's personal choice. It's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
Like if you watch, like I know I was a kid when I watched that. I was like why is this person dressed like a girl? And within 5 minutes, it's not really relevant
matter.
anymore. The
Yeah.
material is just too strong.
Yep. And I think that's like a lot of, you know, if you watch like the Flying Circus and Monty Python, you know, they did all of their acts like that, and it was like no one says anything about that, you know what I mean? Like, but you go on stage and apparently all of a sudden now, nope, I don't like you. It's like, well,
Yeah.
don't worry, we don't like you, so it's okay.
Right. Yeah, I would suggest my movie fan friends to watch the Eddie Izzard bit about Star Wars Canteen. Fucking priceless, about Darth Vader going to get lunch in the Death Star. And I won't spoil it, but if you're familiar with
very
Star
good.
Wars, it's fucking funny.
It's very good.
Even if you don't like Star Wars, it's fucking funny. Everything
right.
about Eddie is hilarious. That's a really good choice. I thought you were going a different route, and I got to be honest, it kind of shaped the way that I was doing my mountain, because I
See?
thought for sure certain things are going to be covered. And
I wanted to have a little. I didn't want to have like us
Yeah.
talking about the same 3 out of 4, so I decided fuck it.
Well, my list was the most, you know, straightforward.
Yeah,
And
I
that's just,
I
mean,
needed
that's
to.
just
I needed
yeah.
to show some love to my mother
Well,
country here.
it's like Gray said, you know, it's like my answers are very predictable, as he would say.
Mm.
well,
he
we
knows what's
appreciate
coming.
that about you. Mhm. Well,
I'm like Johnny Unitas. You can set your watch to my haircut.
I mean, badass. Well, fair enough. I don't know if you saw this one coming, but what can I say? My fourth, I think, is due a spot on the mountain. I think he has carved it himself silently, and there isn't enough respect given to him. So, yeah, Dave Attell deserves my number one spot. Attell is the purest distillation of stand-up as an art form. There's no speeches, no cultural manifestos, no cinematic pauses while waiting for applause. Just joke density so high, it feels damn near illegal. To me, most comics are proud of like one killer bit. All he does is stack killer bits, and then he just keeps walking. And he isn't just a joke writer, he's a technician at the absolute ceiling of what stand-up can do. Man, he's got the timing, he's got the misdirection, economy of words, tags, callbacks, pivots. His sets move like a street fight with just perfect choreography. His footwork is astounding. And man, to me, if you're going to talk about influence, just there's yeah, in a street fight, man, it's all the difference.
Hey, check this out.
But,
Slow penis.
I'm just saying, the phrase your favorite comedian's favorite comedian, it's literally talking about him. You walk into any green room, you ask the best pure joke writer alive, his name is going to come up. I guarantee you. Well, stand-up drifted towards the TED Talks, personal essays, applause farming. He never pandered. He held the line. He proved that he could still murder just one man, one mic, jokes, night after night, room after room.
How long did that take you to write?
Not as long as you'd think, man. I skipped over a couple of paragraphs. Look, he's a road dog in classical sense. Comedy isn't something he visits, it's where he lives. I don't think this dude does anything else other than comedy. Just to me, if I'm going to say who is like the epitome of a stand-up comedian, it's Dave Attell, man. So he is my number one pick. He is definitely on my Mount Rushmore. What can I say? If yours doesn't include him, what can I say? Yours is a popularity contest, not a record of who mastered the art form.
Carrot Top, pre-steroids.
Yeah, those damn enhancement drugs ruined.
Didn't enhance the humor though.
Our poor Carrot Top. Yeah, it's interesting. No one came close to putting a woman on the list.
No,
I mean, Roseanne was considered. Yeah, I do have a couple of really funny women that I enjoy, but I don't know if they've been as prolific as
one of mine
essentially these
dresses like a
gentlemen.
woman. So I said the joke before, so maybe I'll just use that again. So to ask a sincere question, why do you think that is? That because we're three straight white men. Is there a reason why when we think of like masterful comedy, we don't think of women?
I don't think. I'll go ahead, Gray, because I will say what I would like to say after that.
You're going to say that women aren't born with a funny bone? No, I've heard your speech before, Labs. But
no, you have not.
There's a lot of funny women out there. Talking to my wife, she is funny. Thank you. But yeah, Joan Rivers almost made mine. She is my number 10 out of this. Number 5, I had Louis, then Patrice, Carlin, Norm, and then I had my lady Joan Rivers. There's so many funny women out there. Sorry, I was telling one story and then saw Joan Rivers, and I had to focus on my hero Joan.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife on out of her top 4, she actually put Sarah Shermer. What the hell is her name? Sarah Scorums. She enjoyed that special so much from last year. We've watched it like twice now. I don't think she would make it to my Mount Rushmore, but yeah, I mean, there's some really funny females. Steph Tolov was on my top 10 list of last year. I just thought Filth Queen was an amazing special. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I think when I'm talking all-time impact, I think none hit harder than Joan Rivers. She would be the closest to making it on my list for sure.
See, when I think of women that are funny, I think of like road warriors and people that I worked with. The couple of names that come to mind are Carrie Karavis, not well known. Another one not well known is Patty Rossborough. Two very, very funny women that I've performed with multiple times. And Patty was on radio in the mornings in the early 2000s. Really, really strong stand-up that, especially in Patty Rossborough's case, didn't really feel like it was like gender-specific material. But for some reason, stuff like that didn't catch on the on this world stage, or the people that would put people on television. And that's really kind of, I don't know if that's a raw deal or what, but there's a lot of people that I've come across in my time on the road where it's like, man, why is this person with me right now? Why aren't they like somewhere where they're a bigger deal?
For sure.
So what I was going to say is I think it's, for me, I don't know enough and they aren't pushed as much. They're nowhere near as pushed as much. Now, if I was going to talk about like in my sitcom or TV shows or sketch comedies, there's two I would probably have 2 women on there.
Mhm.
And because I see that more than I would other things. But I think we have the issues of whenever any men say anything, it's like, why do you talk about all men? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Me personally, I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an answer for that other than I just don't see as much. It's not that I'm not trying to seek that out. I don't see it as much. It's a lot harder to go find a special from, say, Joan Rivers as it would be, even though I know she's funny as shit. She's hilarious, you know.
Dude, hilarious.
And yeah,
Bamford was pretty good too.
there's a lot of funny
Love me
women.
some Bamford.
There's a lot of funny
Retro
women in the
Ryan
world.
brings up Adrienne Iapolucci. She's hilarious.
So it's like I think that for me has always just like when that started happening in the world, and it's like, oh, a man is talking. Are you I'm just like, I just shut up, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. You done talking? Okay, cool. All right, here's my opinion. Like, fuck, dude. We're all people. Jesus Christ.
So Justin Gray is bringing up Annie Lederman. She's hilarious. I love me some Kim Congdon as well. There's a bunch of up and coming kind of women that are just on that headliner cusp, but I don't know why. I think you're right. Certain names aren't pushed forward, but then there's some names that they just keep pushing forward. To me, I'm not a huge Eliza Schlesinger fan, but I feel like Netflix is just pushing her.
She's conventionally attractive. That's why, like, when we watched, what was her name? The one with the tattoos.
Natalie Cuomo.
I feel like she's going to get pushed. I feel like maybe her road in comedy doesn't match the push she'll get, but she's conventionally attractive. And I think unfairly so, that if you're conventionally attractive in comedy or anything where a camera is going to be on you, you'll get a little bit more of a push than in other cases. And it sucks that people have to play that game that way, but
it does. And during my, day of watching comedy, a lot of women did like gimmicky shit, like Roseanne. And it sucks. And I'm not saying they're gimmicks. I'm saying that sucks that they had to do that. That's how they had to get noticed. That's bullshit, because they're like, there's a lot of funny women. Like there's a lot of funny, and I would like to see more. I'm just being honest. I just don't know that many.
Yeah, it's weird that
personally,
like in the 90s to stick out as a female comedian, you were like Paula Poundstone or Ellen DeGeneres. Like you weren't a prototypical woman. You were kind of, I wear a suit on stage.
Right. Or I grab my crotch and spit. Like, So I mean, and that sucks, because I think now we're getting to a point where the material is the material, and that's what I care about. So if I watch something and it's funny, like, I don't think it's this. I don't want this to come off wrong, but I don't care if it's a woman or if it's a guy. If it's funny, it's funny.
Judy Tenuta was fucking incredible.
Judy Tenuta was the best, man. I haven't thought of her for a long time.
That really kind of slapped you in the face. Like, where is this coming from?
Justin Gray brings up Jordan Jensen. She's amazing. I absolutely love her. Her new special was a step above kind of anything that she's done before. It really is focused on one theme. If you're not comfortable with that, it might be a bit much for you. But man, love me some Jordan Jensen.
This is interesting. Doc says, kind of on that subject, how many queer comedians come to mind immediately? I will be honest. Unless they tell me they're queer, I am so lost when it comes to people's sexuality. Like, I got married so early that, like, I'm being honest. Like, if my wife divorced me, I would be a monk, because I wouldn't even know how to talk to a person.
So to piggyback that, do you think it's hack to make your material about your sexual preference?
If that's the whole act all the time, like, I don't want to, like, that's like, but if that's your experience,
you said yes, and Gray said no. So Gray, what do you mean by no?
I don't think it is hack. It depends on how you approach it. Like, so is it hack to talk about your love life? To me, no. It just depends on how you're going to approach it. Like, there's definitely hack ways that you could talk about it. But man, so Mateo Lane comes to mind. He is one of the funniest dudes out there, and especially when he's teamed up with his buddy Nick. Just man, there is hilarity that ensues with that. They're not always saying how gay they are, but their love lives definitely come up, and man, is it hilarious. I'm just saying, man, there's so many interesting comedians out there. I think it all is your approach. It really isn't a subject as hack. So I don't know. But
I would
you
say
seem
if
to disagree.
if your
with me,
whole
man.
act is that, then yes. But if you're just tell some jokes that are based upon your life experience as being a gay person or being that, yeah, that's not hacky.
But there's got to be like a gay version of dogs are different than cats. Like it's just like okay, yeah,
Right.
sure.
Right.
This is what
Like-
gay men are like at the club. I can't believe I'm hearing this again.
That's the thing. Like if it's something that's why I said if it's your personal experience, I can understand that. But if you're making generalizations that we've heard a bazillion times before, then I don't know if that's something that like is good or not. It would be the same for a guy who's straight going, "Oh, I hate my wife and my life sucks and this and this and this my stupid kids and blah blah blah." It would be the same. It would be the same. I would judge them as equally. Cuz here's the thing. I don't judge people, me personally, on the what you like to have sex with or how you live. I judge it if you're a dick or not. That's how I've lived my whole life. And I because it doesn't bother me. Like I don't know. I just don't care. Like like I've told the story about if I was, had to hate gay people, the guy who literally saved my life is a gay man. So,
Yeah,
and
I
I
don't
have
judge.
nothing but love towards that guy.
Based.
So
I just want to be left alone by everyone. Just leave me alone.
so it's like, I had no, I just feel stereotypes feel hack to me. There's a place
Interesting.
for them. There's a place for them, but just that same, like the same thing, like I said, like with the wife and the that stuff, that it would be the same. But I am like, if that's their experience and they're speaking of a specific thing and that's where the humor comes from, then yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
And then Stiff Kittens brings up Tig Notaro. I totally should have mentioned Tig Notaro. I absolutely love her comedy, and I love the fact that she replaced Chris D'Elia in what the hell was that called? The one zombie flick, Something of the Dead, that Snyder did
Army?
on Netflix. Army of the Dead. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Doc says, I could see both Grand Laugh's perspectives. I'll say that a queer comedian making jokes that are winks to a queer audience and ICU is cool. It can make the joke funnier. I have
Sure.
absolutely
think
zero
so.
problem with that. Absolutely zero problem with that.
Yeah, it's like Tim Dillon. If you watch his stand-up set, you don't really know what his sexual preference is, and I think
Dude, I
that is
didn't
kind
know
of
for the
important.
longest time. It was
Right.
kind of like, oh, really? Cool.
Like,
for him.
oh, you're funny and you're different. Wow, go figure. Like, I just think it's weird that certain people who get a certain light shined on them because like they seem to be checking a box is unfortunate, because I think be funny first and let everything else work itself out. Unfortunately, people don't get picked that way. I get the game has to be played.
Yeah, that's what
aspects of life, right?
That sucks, dude. Because it's like, who cares?
If you got a certain type of comedian, I don't know, like, would you be weirded out if like a rock and roll comedian is like pandering to like rock crowds? It kind of makes sense. Like that's kind of the crowd that would be, or like I don't necessarily see it as pandering.
No, but like,
like
but the thing is though, is that's a specific comedian to a specific crowd. I don't feel that a gay comedian can only make gay people laugh.
Right.
Like that's, to me, that's, neither here nor there. Like
Right.
if you're a rock, and you're speaking only like 70s rock or 80s, whatever. And if a random dude goes in there, they're not going to be like, oh, this is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, like I said earlier, watch Eddie Izzard and tell me what about it is
Mhm.
exclusive to the LGBTQ community? It's still very strong. It's not. I'm queer first. It's here's funny things first. But it seems like certain people have been getting specials based on their LGBTQ status first, not any of their qualifications in the world of comedy, and that kind of sucks.
It's the same in entertainment. It's like the checkbox thing, man. Like, and
Right.
it's kind of confusing to, I mean, great for the people, they're getting money, but it's also kind of confusing. It's like, why? Like, I think that's a bigger world question, to be honest, because like each person is their own person, and it's a bigger world question. It's like, why do we care so much? Like, why do not we, as in us guys, but like the world? Why do they care so much about shit that's, who cares? They're a person. Like, that shouldn't be a big deal.
Jaden Art definitely has it kind of right. Joe List and Mark Norman are Tuesdays. They're the original Tuesdays. We totally should have brought them up. How dare I not bring that first and foremost? But yeah, I don't know, man. I think any subject can be funny as hell. So I'm here for it. Just bring the funny.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to a future episode there. Obviously, I think if Laps doesn't know a ton of female comedians, we need to show him some female comedians.
I know the ones from like the 90s and stuff like. I don't know any of like the newer ones. I just don't. I haven't been watching, so I would love.
So you're
to
not
see
familiar
some.
with Sarah Squirms? You should.
No,
see
I
Sarah
do.
Squirms,
I
man.
do know that, because you guys remember we saw a little bit of it here, and then I went and watched it.
Should we do a watch along? I think
No.
we should, man.
Oh,
Relax.
God.
It's great. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a huge fan, but yeah, there's got to be something that we can do with that. There's probably maybe around the summertime we could do something with a little bit more representation or something.
Yeah, right around June, let's say.
I'm thinking so. Just throwing it out there. We'll see. But yeah, I
Well,
definitely wouldn't hate that
so
idea.
Did we talk?
Oh.
We'll have to talk to Charles about the one idea we had. It could be around July. Could be around
Okay.
July, because there's an event taking place this July that we could really get behind.
the
And I think it'll
4th.
be fun. Not the 4th
America
of
Day.
July. America.
Uh-huh.
America. That's when you eat
But yeah,
pancakes.
Retro Ryan, Karen Feehan, only Feehans, is she's definitely up and coming in New York. I happened to go see the Skanks up there, and she just happened to be there. She is tiny as hell, like so tiny. It is crazy. But yeah, she's hilarious. From seeing her on YouTube and stuff, I did not assume she would be like so insubstantial. But yeah, I swear she's like tiny, man. Like, it was disturbingly tiny. But yeah, I got to see her be one of the wise men in a awesome what'd you call that, nativity play. It was great.
Cool.
So great.
She's
We have,
hilarious. You should totally get in on that. Sorry, you were saying so gray. What was
we
that?
We have something to talk about for a tiny bit before we leave.
Actually, it kind of leads into what we were just saying. So this is week 2 of the preseason, the road to March Hackness 2026. Right now, we are collecting names. You guys helped us out. We have all of the names listed. We have some that were perhaps a little trepidatious to put it out there in public in the actual comments section. So we have a list of names that have started, but we are noticing one thing. It is a little light on the ladies. So we want to be equal opportunity here. And we know that a hack comedian could have any gender orientation, whatever you want to call it. Hacks come in all
Any
shapes
private
and
parts.
sizes. So on this road to March Hackness 2026, I feel like maybe we should give some criteria here. When we're saying a joke is hack, we don't mean that the comedian is bad or untalented. It's just that the idea is very familiar. The audience can pretty much predict the punchline before it lands. most comics write hack jokes at some point. A lot of great comedians grow out of them, but we're asking for who hasn't. So
Most of the
this isn't a
1
moral
minute
judgment.
that we just watched for Oops All
Yeah.
Bucket Pulls was pretty hacky.
Indeed. So this isn't a moral judgment. It's just a note about the craft. So some things that you might want to consider. Did you know where the joke was going before the punchline landed? Have you ever heard essentially the same joke before? Did the joke rely on everyone knows this instead of, a specific POV, something along those lines? Was the reaction looking for applause instead of laughter? If any of those criteria are met, you just might have a hack in your hands. And in that case, you should get their name on over to us, especially if they are female. We're looking for some ladies' names. Maybe we're going to have a ladies bracket here, but that is only if we get enough names. So please.
Yeah. Justin says, I was just thinking people I don't think are funny. Hack does not mean not funny. Hack is, shortcuts. People that are doing things that, you wouldn't attribute to someone who's using talent so much as, playing, playing on people's anticipation and things. Tropes and cliches. Thank you, Nightmares.
Exactly.
Yes. Tropes and cliches. That's the best thing.
So,
but I will say for Justin, you did have some good hacks on your list.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
definitely
good
using all
one.
those names.
Yeah.
They're going into the sorting for sure. They're on the list. But and thank you for even more names tonight. But yeah, guys, if there's any
Comment
females
section.
out there that you
Comment
think
section.
belong, please take the time, interact with the video, leave a little comment down below, nominate your, I guess, candidates for March Hackness, for TGIT's March Hackness 2026. We're getting down to where we've got to announce the conferences, and then we're gonna have to start eliminating some of these entries. So please help us make sure that we have an even playing field and include some ladies.
Yeah. Go to after the video, after we're done live, go to either the last panel channel, Charles's channel, Gray's channel, and comment on the actual video.
Please comment. You just may see that in an upcoming what would you call that, stinger video. You will be featured. Please give us your names. And again, if you're a little timid, you don't want to publicly call anyone out, you can probably find our emails. Just go ahead and DM us or whatever. We will still add the names to the list. All right. Well, Charles, sir.
Yes.
What do you have going on this week that people should be aware of?
I will read the poll that I had up in my chat.
Oh, I forgot about the poll. I apologize, sir.
My poll asked the chat, which of these would you not put on your stand-up comedy Mount Rushmore? There's 4 names to choose from. With the least amount of votes is George Carlin with 6%. Tied for next with 11% each is both David Chappelle and Richard Pryor. And taking the crown with 72% of the vote, Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld is what the chat and the poll feel would not be on their stand-up comedy Mount Rushmore, which is kind of the same for all of us because none of us brought up Jerry Seinfeld for our Mount Rushmore. What's the deal with that?
I mean, if you're going to say, top 4 breakfast food related movie director, writer, stars, yeah, Seinfeld is definitely going to be up there for me. But without those stipulations, what can I say? I like the show so much more than I like his stand-up, and I think a lot of that's Larry David. Without the George character, man, that show does not hit the same way. Where if you just have the George character, if you just have Larry David, man, that works for me. So, yeah, I did consider, how much of a comedian is Larry David, because he makes me laugh all the time, but his stand-up days were few and far between.
Oh, is Jerry in a big batch of list that was released recently?
I am not 100% certain about that, but he
You like
does have a
vacationing in the
reputation.
islands?
I do
Oh,
know during the height of his fame, he was dating a rather young lady. So I don't
oh,
know.
I didn't
Nothing would
even think
be
about that.
super surprising to me, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I do love me some Seinfeld, but yeah, I think I like this show and
Mm.
the Elaine character. You know, we kind of mentioned Julia Louis-Dreyfus earlier. I know her name was put in the chat, but man, she is the funniest part of those last few seasons. I absolutely love me some side characters in there, a little bit more than Jerry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Laps, do you love you some Jerry, right? You're a Jerry man.
I not with his stand up. I like a lot of his. I like the Seinfeld show, but a lot of his stand up isn't the best.
Mhm. Fair enough. Charles, I don't think you even like the show, right? Like, how can you do that? It's a great
Uh,
show.
I never caught on with me. Just never caught on with me.
I don't get that, man. It's all pipes.
It was one of those things where I was like, just something of a hipster, where everyone's like, "Oh, it reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld." I'm like, no, it doesn't. Shut the fuck up.
It really does, man. Chunnel. It was
Sure.
a great episode. Um,
Yep.
Yeah, well, I think you're wrong in that. Seinfeld's amazing. It's a comfort food that I go back to many a time. That being said, you know, I don't get people's obsession with The Office. I've definitely seen it all, but I don't just keep rewatching that. I guess maybe it's the same thing. I just
Mm.
feel like I've seen every episode of Seinfeld like a million times, and I'm still fine watching it more. But fair enough. I guess nobody here is a fan of Seinfeld, and that's a shame because
Not
he was
no,
like
I'm a
one of
fan.
the
I'm a
biggest.
fan of the show.
Yeah,
Not
sure,
not
right.
not all of his stand up. There's stuff that I like. There's bits that he does that I actually really like.
Yeah, I think people conflate. Am I using the word right? His stand up with the show, and every now and again, someone's like, "Oh my god, Seinfeld's the best." I'm like, "What? What is the best?" Because I think you're taking both the show and the fact that he's a comedian and giving him this credit for something that I don't know.
Don't
Without the show,
understand.
I don't think he's a well-known name, is what I'm saying.
But they forgot where they parked, so they're walking around the garage. It could be anywhere. Elaine's got a fish. What can I say, man? It is hilarious. I absolutely love the show, and you guys are just wrong, except for Lapsed. He gets it. But that being
I
said,
wanna
I would totally take Curb over Seinfeld any day.
Mhm.
I wanna make sure I use the word conflate right. Memory.
You did.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
think you
you know,
conflated it.
Right. So the fact that people are taking Seinfeld as like this legend, it doesn't make sense to me because these people are mostly talking about the show. And
No,
as far as
right,
stand up is
yes.
concerned, most people wouldn't even be able to reference any of his stand up material.
That is
is
a
what I was thinking.
respectable top four from Adam there. George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams. Oh yeah, and then depending on the day, Chappelle, Burr. Yeah, I'll support all
Yeah.
that, man.
it's a
That's
great
pretty
list.
fair. I can't argue with that, but that's boring in my opinion. Like that's predictable. Like, yeah, okay.
But that they're good comedians though.
Sure,
So
sure.
like that's like, you know,
I
you
want to
don't
have a little
always-
bit of
you-
fun, is all.
that's fine for you. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, you know, people are all sorts of everything in the world, right? There's a guy who was in this chat earlier that apparently thinks that all of this stuff was enough money to do good in the world or raise a
mean,
family.
It would have
So
been
there's
nice.
that. There's that.
My family raised me on less. I'm just saying.
Nah, no, they didn't.
If you look
It's a
at what
pretty
they got
expensive
me,
looking Christmas bowl.
the appraiser would
That
not
poll
have been.
has been through things, okay? Polly the poll. No, I'm just. Don't
Well, hell yeah. Speaking of polls, Charles, what do you have going on this week?
Quite the festivities this Friday. Happy Friday the 13th. For the last panel, we'll be doing our combined not our combined, but we're all giving our top 10s of the Friday the 13th franchise. So that means each person is going to leave 2 Friday the 13th movies off of their list. If you've been watching us on Friday nights, you've seen us do Disney movies, Steven Spielberg, and it's much along the same lines, except it's Friday the 13th films and our top 10. And after that, a special shout out to Nightmares on Nerdscapes, as essentially he sponsored this gig. But after the Friday the 13th ranking show, members only on Willis Media will be doing a Jason X, otherwise known as Spacin' live watch along and commentary.
Yes, we will.
Oh,
I will be
I'm
there.
looking forward to it.
Comedy.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes, this very same panel will be taking part in that event.
Because it's awesome.
Yay. Fun.
Jason, cryogenics. It's so good. But yeah, Laps, sir. What do you have going on this week?
Tomorrow I'll be with Warren. We're gonna be doing DC KO number 4, and that'll wrap up our KO coverage until the last issue releases, because we did a bunch of the tie-ins as well. So after that, we are going to be starting an awesome comic that for some reason nobody's talking about, and I don't understand why. It's Spider-Man and Wolverine, and it's awesome, and it's 2 legacy characters, and for some reason people just aren't talking about it, and it's fucking amazing. No. I tried to be nice, and I read Isom, and it no longer lives in my house. So
that's a shame.
We'll just say that.
I thought you were a collector.
I did. I collected it, and
now it's collecting dust.
I moved it over to the other collection.
That sounds awesome, though, man. The one that you actually are covering.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So it is a new run, because I honestly haven't even heard of this one.
It's a brand new run, and the art in it is unbelievable, and it gets into a lot of the mythos that they did in the movies, like about Peter's parents and what happened and how they died, supposedly, right?
Does it involve a train and a magic coin? Or...
No, it involves Wolverine
Okay.
killing the shit out of them.
Oh,
I love shit killing.
okay. So it's a light tale, some light fare there.
Yeah,
Shit killing. My
It's,
favorite kind of killing.
Oh, shit killing! It's the shit wins. You follow the shit river from the shit wins, and that's what Mr. Leahy said. So I follow his credo. But then Friday, we'll be doing Friday the 13th rankings, and then spacing. Spacing.
It's great.
It's so good.
It is pretty
Yeah.
great.
So much fun. The comedy group is going to be doing a sci-fi horror movie, which is also a comedy movie.
I mean, yeah, it's a good one though.
Yeah.
You know, I think it'll be towards the top of everyone's list,
I
but
think I truly enjoy about 90 seconds of that movie.
Hey, in Ultimate Spider-Man, Uncle Ben's alive, and Uncle Ben Rice has been alive for how long? I mean, you know,
it was close for a minute. But
Madam Pepsi.
yeah. So I think a lot of us do have Spacin' as the best, but if you want to be there and you want to know for sure, definitely tune in just before the Spacin' watch.
It can be very
and
festive.
find out our top 10s. However, since there are just 12, why are we stopping at 10? I'm giving you the full 12 on this one. I will let you know what my worst Friday the 13th is. But yeah, hopefully y'all will join us on Friday the 13th. However, if you're in the mood for something political, Thursday, just before that, you can always go over to the Thinkers channel. It's an interesting name. It's YouTube at Thinkers Doing a Think. That is doing, not doing. Thinkers Doing a Think. You know, it's an international panel. We're going to be talking about quite a few things. I think we're talking about Discord's weird defaulting everyone to a teen unless you somehow give them Face ID or your actual ID. That's going to be interesting. And then there's a lot more political stuff that's coming up. And I think the overarching subject is when is political violence called for, if there's a time. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to know an international opinion on it, come on over and join us. If nothing else, at the end of it, we draw some funny little pictures. So yeah, come join us, the Thinkers.
Yeah.
YouTube at Thinkers Doing a Think. And then I think next week we happen to be going over the coffee table, which seems awfully fitting. So yeah, going over there. Ring the bell. I did not mean to switch
What
to
are you
a
doing
weird
there? Waffle
cam,
What the-
apparently. My bad.
That is adorable. Oh
That's
no.
the wrong one. That's the
Holy
one.
shit. Wow.
Yeah, I've got way too many windows up here.
We got a sneak peek at
Jason!
that waffle cam.
It's the waffle cam, man. It kind of scared me. I wasn't expecting to show off my waffle. But yeah, good times, man. Well, I think that about wraps it up right there.
Oh, God.
Lapsed. You want to hit that button.
I sure do.
He used to love comics, now he just complains. Gray poop haze in the corner, he's a jar of mustard with pain. And Charlie